Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense. Listen, we have you on because every other episode we just talk at each other. So, you can talk as much as you want. It's fine.
All right.
As long as if Ray doesn't have to talk and doesn't have to steer the ship off the road like he usually does,
then
it's good. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
There you go. Yeah, you can have it. Good, because we drive it straight into a volcano usually. So,
except for that's the heart, Tim, and that can never be mended. You know that. The heart always breaks.
Nah, dude, one of your girlfriends take care of that for you.
No, they usually go, well, thank you for the free meal. Have a good day, sir.
Ray is a 60-year-old man in a 30-year-old's body.
I am, yeah.
If anyone doesn't know.
Nice.
His references are like way older than they should be for someone his age.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to see that fight. And I would be rooting for Greg Hardy the entire time.
Anything. If you've ever wanted to see me in pain at any point that we've been hanging out, today's your day.
Ray, they see you in pain every time you do a set.
This is true.
Damn.
Yeah. So Thomas has seen it and Tim's never seen it.
Nope.
It was basically if Mortal Kombat was a shitty like Saturday morning cartoon. Like
Yeah, exactly.
they had like they had a Native American character on there. They had the street tough black guy. Like they had all the stereotypes. WMAC Masters.
There it is.
It's such a.
So
cool
you're saying it
show.
doesn't hold up? Is that what you're trying to
It
say?
does not at all.
It doesn't look fit full, Ray. Let me see that glass. No, Ray, top it off.
This is like goddamn amazing.
You got it.
No, I just want you to follow the rules. What happens if you don't follow the rules? The wheel gets you back again.
This is true.
Why don't you two fight each other? There you go.
I've been
We've
thinking
talked
that,
about
but
it.
I didn't want to say anything.
We have talked about
I'm
this
still out of
for
shape.
years,
I can't fight
man.
anybody right now.
I am
used to a
so
9-year-old right
down.
now.
I will meet him at a weight. I don't care if I have to gain weight to fucking fight Tim, but it would mostly be like it would be a rolling match in the cage.
Pretty
like
much.
somebody would take someone down.
What's crazy is out of all of us, Tim looks like he's most likely to be the wrestling fan.
I see so many fucking guys who look like Tim Danko at AIW shows. It's not even funny. And I love I see him, I'm like, I want to buy him a shot, but it's not Tim, and I get sad.
Yeah, and this kid's going to be a star, obviously. And that's what they wanted to happen. They want him to get a big win in London. They were hoping that was going to happen. I mean, did they give him somebody they think he could beat? Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like Vargas isn't tough. Vargas is a tough guy. And yeah, Pimblett was a big favorite. But that's what they wanted to happen. They want this kid to be one of their next big stars, especially in the lightweight division. And now he's won two fights, one by knockout, right, and one by submission. So now he's going to fight somebody tough. And that division's super stacked. So there's tons of people he could fight. Before you put me on, I'm screaming at my microphone because you didn't put me on. I'm like, she's Mexican, you racist asshole.
I don't know
Hispanic, you monster. But you didn't put me on because you wanted to talk wrestling. He had I only had one fight. He had two fights, but my one fight lasted longer than his two fights combined by like a lot. I think both of his fights were inside of a minute.
And how did your fight end, Tim?
I got TKO'd in the second round. There's a lot of guys, strikers, that have just became fantastic at takedown defense. I mean, Anderson Silva was good at it. Like, Jiri Santos was good at it. I mean, those are just the first two I think of. But there's been a lot that, I mean, if you're a striker like that, you have to have good takedown defense. There's been a lot of guys who have great takedown defense, and he's one of them. However, I mean, Robert Whittaker is a striker first. He's not a wrestler. And however, neither really is Cannonier. Maybe a little bit more, but I don't really expect Cannonier to fight him that way. I'm excited to see that fight, though. I don't expect Izzy to lose at all, but I like Cannonier a lot. And he's a tough guy, so I'll definitely watch that fight. But if either of us touch the other one's liver, we'll die, Ray.
Probably. That'd be fine. I want to be the first MMA death of like a true amateur, where it's like the worst fight ever. How
bad would it be if you got
MMA fight, bro?
Killed in the cage. You got killed in the cage by me.
Yes.
His liver exploded.
Hey, woohoo! Bro Plata here on the day that the world burns. We are going to talk about UFC 303. We're also going to talk about, because we didn't get to really do it because I was tired as fuck, so it was Pulse. Last Saturday's fight, because I do want to talk about Robert Whittaker. I did post a short of you.
Yeah, we already talked about it, okay? We don't need you to do the work, okay? Like, you showed up late, we were doing work. You know, the shift starts without you, Ray.
Yeah, and
we
I
were doing
did the work after by posting that thing.
Hey, I did the heavy lifting there.
It did. Absolutely fucking did, but I pressed the buttons.
That's what we got it for, though.
Jetsoning this podcast.
That's
All
what we
I
got
have
it for.
to do is press a button and I'm good.
Big sports news today. The Los Angeles Lakers now have 2 players named LeBron James. That's hilarious. I think it's awesome. Good for them. It's this all I want to say about it is that he's been saying for over a decade that he wants to play with his son. Everyone's like, dude, there's 30 teams. Dude, it's not going to be that easy. The Lakers had the pick and about where he was probably going to go anyway, which was late second round. And they're like, fuck it. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just fuck. He's probably all right. I don't know. They probably didn't love someone else. And they didn't want to fucking hear it from LeBron. So they're just like, fuck, let's just fucking do it. And they did it. So that's neat. That's fun. I don't know the last time there was father-sons in the NBA. So especially when like the father is not so old that it's going to be sad. You know, it's not like that. So it's I don't know.
I mean, it's his career's already been sad. His son's going to have probably even sadder.
I mean, that
career.
guy still has. I mean, he still puts up numbers. If you don't, I mean, it's.
I'm not saying again.
It's not sad.
Me,
sad.
though,
I mean, look, he's still one of the best players in the NBA. Look at his numbers.
Oh yeah, I get
this
it.
This isn't the GOAT conversation we're having. We're just having, is he good? And the truth, and the answer is he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's
if you
good.
say he's not good, then
LeBron
you're not paying
that.
attention and you don't know what you're talking about.
He would have been a
The GOAT
bench
conversation
player
is
in the
different,
90s,
but that's not what
that's
we're
just
having.
here nor there.
That's also not what we're having because he doesn't play he plays now, Ray.
And
he's good
Bronny
now.
probably would have gone to Australia like his fucking 8. I love that story. I read something on Facebook. Don't know how true it is, but it would be something that like an agent would say. Where it's like, you're not gonna fucking draft us. We're gonna go over to Europe. Like, he'll make his money there, bro.
Well, I mean, listen, that's the story about Eli Manning and the Mannings telling the then San Diego Chargers that he will not play for you is 100% true. So
yeah.
I'm sure shit like that is true. So yeah, they absolutely told the Chargers like he's not fucking signing with you. Don't draft him. We're not quarterbacks go to die here. We're not fucking doing that. And they drafted him, but they drafted him so they had a trade chip, you know. So they and they traded him to
Indianapolis.
No. This is Eli Manning I'm talking about. Eli Manning.
Oh, New York. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the Giants. So for Phillip Rivers, who was was their guy for a long time. So it kind of worked out for both of them, kind of. I mean, the Chargers had 0 Super Bowls and the Giants had 2. But
well, I was about to say the Giants are the Alexander Usyk to Tom Brady's Tyson Fury in the records. I mean, beat him twice in the fucking Super Bowl.
And especially probably the best team they ever had, that undefeated team. They ruined that. Here goes fucking Eli Manning and a dude catching balls with this fucking helmet.
I was in college when that happened too. So we had like a watch party for it, and I got to like meet everybody I was going to college with, and there was this one guy from Boston that we knew that was like watching the game just like into it, like fucking Tom Brady, bro. Tom fucking Brady. And once that happened, all of us decided just to like, yes, it's gonna happen. He's gonna lose. It was a great day. That was fun.
That was definitely one of those like everyone wanted the Giants to win except for Patriot fans. It was definitely one of those.
It was Patriots versus the world that night, and fucking they came up short. Thank Christ. What's up?
Well, they won a fuck ton, so they're fine.
There's a delay, by the way.
I think you're all right. I don't know.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay. So I want to get this out of the way because all right. So I've said before in the show that I've umpired baseball before and came up I've umpired baseball for like 20 years. The only reason I stopped recently because I keep getting fatter. I don't want to buy new pants. It's the only reason I'm not doing it. I'll probably do it again. I plan on it. I do miss it. But my niece plays softball. She was asking me, and her friends are asking me because I have all kinds of umpires that are loud and whatever. Some aren't, some aren't. So they asked what my strike calls were like. So I'm going to do this real quick. I don't have the mask. I wish I had the mask for this. All right. I'm just going to give you just real quick to get this out of the way. Here's a strike.
Hold on, let me get this timestamp before you start. I'll give you a cue to like go. Hold on. In three,
you should have started it
2,
before. I don't
1.
go on your cues. I go when I'm ready. Okay.
Okay.
And so basically, it's not that crazy. Just a strike is just usually if the ball's coming in, just go strike, like one like that. One, that's
Okay.
one. Strike, that's 2, and then there's a strike 3. And the strike 3 is fun. I'll do strike 3. It's not that crazy. A lot of people say a lot crazier, but it's my strike 3. It comes in, it's go hook. That's my strike 3 call. It's it's pretty simple. Nothing crazy. But yeah, people were asking me. My nieces,
Well, we're gonna
their
get
friends
a lot
are
of viewers
asking
off
me,
of that one.
and just oh man, now I lost my
Ah,
feed. The internet cut us
you're
off.
having
Is what
the
happens.
technical issues. What the
No,
fuck,
it's
bro?
fine. Every time I move my shit, this happens. But yeah, this is the little strike 3 call there. Little ring him up.
I like it. I'm excited. I'm excited for you to start doing games again. I'll come down and videotape every single
Oh,
one.
please don't ever do that. No one's ever came to see me umpire, and they shouldn't. That's a weird thing to see someone do.
Why not? I'll be chanting for you, being like, "Good call, Blue. These guys don't know what they're talking about. Good call.
Let's go, Blue. Let's
Go,
Blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Let's. I got your beer waiting for you in between innings, Blue."
He's drinking. He's like, "There's vodka in that bottle." No, there's not. Yes, there is. I put it in there.
It's White Claw. He's not a bitch.
Oh, I just saw a Facebook post I have from the past that said I think I had like 8 or so posts with the hashtag baseball cop. If anyone wants to look that up on Facebook, one of them is just like I'm just a little league dad called me a little bitch today. That was just the whole post, and I remember that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's got to be like I know hockey. We've talked about it multiple times, but like I would punch baseball dads. Like I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that my feet are planted on the ground and I'm not on skates. I want to have at least an equal footing with the guy. But like, yeah, if some dude did that, man, I don't know.
I laughed. I mean, like I didn't. It's funny. It was the year that I got my had my DUI. So actually, there's another post there about me walking down the street with a duffel bag, just in gray slacks in the spring, just with a duffel bag walking down the
like
road.
David Banner from fucking or Bruce Banner from the original Hulk.
No, I'm like I was waiting to get pulled over by a cop because like why is he wearing dress slacks walking down the street? Carrying a big duffel bag. Like there's something going on here. But Marty Drexler of all people came and picked me up and took me to the park. But that game when the coach called me a little bitch, my mother picked me up because I needed a ride because I didn't have a license.
Yeah.
And I saw him while I'm getting in the car. He was looking for me. So I'm just telling my mom, like, get out of here. This guy's gonna be a whole problem. Yeah. So luckily we got out of there because I don't have to deal with that. But what didn't help is when he did it, I started laughing uncontrollably, like super loud. So that probably pissed him off because I was just laughing super loud. Yeah.
Yeah, guys like that, you can definitely tell that like he preps the bull for his wife. You know, like those fucking cock stains are just they don't deserve to be on anywhere near a fucking baseball field or sporting like environment at all. Because those are the dads that probably never fucking did it a day in their goddamn lives, but watch the sports their whole lives. And like, hey, John 209, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. Freedom Guy also is in the chat. We appreciate people just stopping by. We'll try and be done before the debates because I guarantee you no streamer is going to be on at fucking 9 p.m. at all.
Dude, like I said, I'm just going to not pretend. I'm pretending it's not happening because I'm sure I'll be being on the internet. I'll be bombarded by reels from it for days. So.
Oh yeah, but that's why I want to watch. That's why I have it recorded.
Don't care
because that way I can, have fuel for people who are just retarded. I have the shit on my it's there.
The only thing I want to say about it, this made me laugh thinking about this, is that I heard today that like most debates, Biden's team, they've been prepping, right? They put up like a little fake stage where he is in Camp David, I think, and they've been doing mock debates like they would do at any time in a debate. But that means that somebody in his camp is playing Donald Trump. And that sounds is hilarious to me.
I want that gig.
I do too. He's yelling shit.
Joe, your dick is small. You're old. You can't do anything. Sleepy Joe. That's
Black people like me more now. Black people like me more now.
Look at the stats, Joe. You're losing the swoogies. You're losing them fast.
Literally, what someone's doing, they just scream. That looks like that has to be the best job in the whole camp.
That guy must go to bed laughing every night going, did you hear what I fucking said to the president today?
The crazy thing is, this is not nearly as crazy as what he's actually going to have said to him during the debate.
I mean, here's my only real take on the debate, and this will just go into the ether. Trump has to do something that he did not do in the first 2020 debate that I've heard a lot of people, and it makes fucking sense, which is just what I tell every person who complains about getting arrested by the police. Shut the fuck up! It's on camera! Just shut up! That's all he's got to do. That's all. Yeah. Trump just needs... I heard Cumia, which, by the way, R.I.P. Today it was announced that the compound media as it stands will no longer be compound media. It'll be compound censored now, which him and Gavin McInnes kind of merged their podcasting empires together. And he's getting rid of the studio, and he had to let go of everybody that worked in the studio, which is fucking sucks.
Really sucks.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing his best to take care of those people as much as he can.
Yeah,
I mean,
he said he was even going to plug people on his social medias.
Yeah, because if that guy has any heart
on them,
that guy has any heart at all, I'm sure it really hurts that it has to happen. I mean, could you imagine having employees that were loyal to you for a long time, and all of a sudden you're like, I gotta make this move, I'm sorry, and then you just throw them out? That would suck, man. That would suck. If you're not a sociopath, that would fucking suck.
He addressed it today on the show too. Like, there was this one guy called in and just this is the one thing that I would hate to have us on Rumble Studio, and for the what do you call it?
Calls?
The phone call option is this guy called in and was like, I'm fucking mad about this. Fuck you. I'm not fucking doing this, man. This is fucked up. And you can't get mad at Anthony completely. It wasn't really his call to do.
You don't know anything. I mean, he told you some, but you probably don't know anything as far as what was going on. And
we'll wait for this. Hey, I will give him the benefit of the doubt until the podcasts start coming out and people start talking. If people start talking and talking shit about Anthony, then I will, I'll change my fucking tone. But for now,
why don't you look at
more Gavin than anybody else?
There's a channel called Sit Down Zumach. I don't know if you've seen this channel. You can check that out. I'm sure you're gonna hear all kinds of stuff. I wonder what he was talking about when he put R.I.P. on
Brennan
Cumia.
are both gonna go nuts.
I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Listen, again, it's working for Chad, so do whatever's working, man.
Yeah, dude.
Again, there's a bunch of stuff that Ray and I know would work for help us get viewers, and apparently, would much rather do the show to no one than do those things. And
yeah, I would rather put out something I know is funny and doesn't.
Yeah.
I've never been a mean
guy
when it comes to rival. if somebody, if I feel like it's worthy to call somebody out or whatever, I'll do it. But like, I'm not gonna be like, let's start a fucking podcast war for views, bruh. Like that's no. I'd rather have it happen
He
organically.
just talks so much shit about Dan Hardy that he's gonna have to respond. That's gonna be my life.
I mean,
yeah,
I would love to get Dan Hardy on. Let's. We need to find his management to see if we can get it on.
He's one of the honchos at PFL now.
I know. I saw that. I actually, DraftKings now has put PFL as a betting thing. So I was thinking about going through the entire like I know anybody with above like a massive above 500 record going up against somebody with like a 15-27, they're gonna fucking win. So PFL, I think, would be a lot easier.
I mean, you could
win money.
You could record track on Tapology, and I mean that's what they probably do for the odds. So I mean, it's the same thing for Contender Series. You're like, who did they fight?
I will say, I've been record betting for a couple months now. And my picks are usually 50-50, like when I'm like picking all 12.
So like the same as they would have been, like,
but way less though, because I used to just blind. Like I used to be like, oh, whatever. But now that I've done it, like I'm 50-50.
I got fucked by fucking Pavlovich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You get Sergey.
I blame the gloves. People are blaming the gloves.
I mean, those gloves suck, dude.
I think they do suck. I think there's more to it than what we see. I think because haven't they said like knockouts have been down the neck? That doesn't mean it's real. That's like the whole fucking wind tunnel theory with the Guardian Stadium, Progressive Field. There might be a little bit too, but not the way they're talking, because they're hitting home runs on the road too. So it's like there's more home runs in that stadium because the Guardians are better and they're hitting more home runs. They're hitting home runs on the road too. So it's not like it's not just that. And they're like, well, some balls they go. I'm like, God, dude, they have stats like how many balls they think were affected by the wind enough that it's like 3 home runs. It's like it's not. I mean, maybe a little bit because there were some shipping containers up there. What I'm talking about is there was renovation at Progressive Field where the Guardians play. In the very upper deck, and they took out some like shipping containers that were in the back, and now the air flows through, and now there's all these home runs being hit. But it's I feel like it's a very small percentage of that. Like it's because of the team's better.
Dude, they did not take out a section; they took out sections.
Yeah, multiple sections. Yeah, and they took out those containers.
Dude, I'm telling you, that fucking place looks so different now than what it did back
they're not even done
years ago.
Dude, look, I mean, right now they just have it like tarped off, but where the Terrence Club restaurant was, that's going to be a whole new deck. They're taking out those dugout suites. They're taking those out too, and they're putting seats. They're putting normal seats there. I think there's still going to be suites, but they're not going to be covered.
What?
Yeah, I know. Dude, my dream since 1994 has been to watch a game in that suite, those dugout suites. And now I'm not going to get a chance. I don't think I ever was going to anyway.
Just basically be peasants with everybody else. What?
I guess.
How dare you?
I know. I always wanted to watch a game from the basement. That was like.
I've been back behind those things for like tours and stuff, but like.
Yeah, apparently, like they're putting seats there, but they're going to be like they're not going to be covered. They're going to be like they're going to like. Special seats, but they're gonna. I don't know.
Fucking dare you?
But I don't know if they're gonna be like suite level seats like they are now. Like you have to buy them the way you buy suites, apparently. So that's why you never see them on sale. But it's a bummer because I've always wanted to watch a game there, and I never even saw them available.
I never saw a game behind that, and that sucks that they're just ripping those out and making them fucking. Just basic butch seats, like
I don't know. You can look at the rendering.
Park.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's like PNC Park, where like the fucking like high end seats have like cushions in them and shit. I got it.
Yeah, they are going to be nicer seats, and I mean the first, I don't know how many rows. I'm going to say 10 rows. In the lower level have more padding on the seats. I sat at one of those for the Mets game. It's a big difference.
Dude, the fucking the sweet seats, especially we had Schwabels seats at PNC Park, like fucking, like low, like upper deck, fucking like club level, right?
Mhm.
I think I was like 13, 14 at the time. I had never seen padded baseball stadium seats. I felt like a goddamn king on my birthday for that day.
Our
man.
seats were padded, right? When we went a couple years ago.
I think I
I
can't
think so.
remember.
I'm pretty sure they were because they were like only 3 or 4 rows up. Like we could have spit on the field from our seats.
Yeah. I can't
we were right
remember if we had
by like a
basic
camera well.
seats.
I'm pretty sure we
yeah,
had
dude.
some padding
Oh, and since I have you here,
as usual.
I want to ask you this question.
Mhm.
What day do you want to go?
I
I'm
don't-
paying
Oh, in that case,
August 30th, August 31st, but I think I'm gonna go to the Labor Day game with Laura if it's like, especially if it's gonna be like a night game or something. Because I don't know what time the game is. They said it was gonna be to be determined. So
the Sunday game, or they have a wraparound. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't care, man. Friday, I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, at that point, dude, I was looking at
Because that's gonna be
tickets
my
to take-
most obnoxious fan day. I'm gonna wear
That's fine.
like I'm gonna wear pajama pants that have pirates
fun to
peas
be-
on them.
It's fun being an away fan, actually, as long as you behave yourself a bit. I mean, you're allowed to have fun. You're allowed to cheer for your team. That's not a big deal at all. You're
Yeah.
allowed to do all of that, but you don't want to get in a fight with 30,000 people,
Well, I mean,
like
honestly,
every Yankees fan does every time the Yankees are in town. And
honestly, I'm gonna
Not
tell
only
you
is it a
something.
Yankees fan, it's someone who's fucking from Cleveland and is a Yankees fan. That's the fucking
Yeah, those people deserve to be fucking
Fuck
thrown
those
off the
people.
271 bridge.
right.
Like
Now, listen, if
with
they grew
with
up,
no parachute.
I grew up in Brooklyn. I got transferred to Cleveland. Okay, cool.
Yeah, if
Gotcha.
you got
Fine.
if you're
They're
from,
like, no, I'm from
New
Brook
York
Park.
and you
Like,
live
fuck.
here, yeah,
Lifelong Yankees fan, Brook Park. Fuck off.
yeah, like you grew up in fucking Wickliffe and you're fucking a
Right.
goddamn Yankees fan, I'll kick you in the dick on behalf
Right.
of the Guardians
My-
Nation.
My niece's coach is a big Red Sox fan and Boston Celtics fan, and he's from here. I'm like, what the?
What the is his? Does he have lineage in
I
Boston?
don't know. Like that's okay too. Sometimes, right? If you grow up in a household that, like the lead singer of Bowling for Soup, he grew up in Texas and he is a Steelers fan because his dad is born and bred in Pittsburgh.
Mm.
So that makes sense. That makes sense, right? I'm not mad about that. It's just I'm like, where did this fandom come from? I'm like, that's so weird. Like they wanted to be different, so they're like, I'm a Lakers fan in Ohio now. All right. Well, like, listen, there's plenty of Lakers fans in Akron, so
yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Like, be a Cavs fan, dude. Shut your fucking
yeah,
mouth.
I've never
Be
followed. I
low.
mean, I've been fans of players, but I've never like, like, oh, this player's gone, so now I'm going to change allegiances team wise. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's weird.
Hold on. I will acquiesce to why I'm a Pirates fan. Then, if that's the case.
Well, Cleveland and Pittsburgh is not that weird at all. It's not that weird.
Well, I was
There's
a Brian
plenty of Steelers
Giles
fans. There's plenty of Steelers fans around here. That's not
Well,
that
I
weird,
was a
'cause
Brian
Pittsburgh-
Giles mark forever. Like, I loved Brian Giles.
So you just follow Brian Giles
I did.
after they traded. You remember who they traded him for?
Traded for someone good, right?
Someone that, well, iffy. I mean, he was good, but they didn't get much out of him because they traded him later. They traded him straight up, I believe, for Ricardo Racone.
Oh,
And then they ended up trading Ricardo Rincon to Oakland. That was a Moneyball team too. That's a
funny.
scene. That's a scene in the movie of Moneyball is when they trade for Ricardo Rincon.
The
Actually, my favorite scene in the movie.
but
That
yeah,
and the first that and the first scouting scene, the he gets on base scene. That's a good
I've
scene.
never seen Moneyball. Although I
It's
want
great.
to. Not
It's
saying I
great.
don't want to.
It's great. I've seen it multiple times. I've seen, it's great. I love it. They did a good job, and they did a good job explaining everything. Even though Jonah Hill's character, who he was nominated for an Oscar for, was Paul D. Podesta was the guy. He's the actual guy, but Paul D. Podesta didn't want his name in the movie, so they made a fake character named Peter Brand, who was basically Paul D. Podesta, but not, because Jonah Hill's like, he's a chubby dude. He wasn't an athlete, right? But Paul D. Podesta played like quarterback at Harvard. Like he was an athlete.
Ah, okay.
But he was the guy. He was the guy that went to Billy Bean. He's like, this shit doesn't make sense. You got to check out this dude, this janitor who wrote these books named Bill James. And the truth is, I mean, that's true. And now everyone, thinks about baseball differently than they did 20 years ago because it was true. People did not understand how runs came to be, and they thought it was one way, and they were incorrect, and they were proven wrong. And that's
that's always a good thing, though.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah, innovation. Boy. Sure. Yeah, and they're crazy
hold on.
at first.
I gotta take this because this person doesn't call that often.
Another phone call. Great. Really excited for this. Is it Alex Jones who's going to ask us for money? You can't have any. If you guys watch the show at all, you'll know. I get nothing gets me more excited than the random phone calls from these people that sound a little bit like Red.
No, it was my fucking mom, and she never fucking calls me. Usually it's fucking like something. She was like, I just wanted you to know that my phone's going to be dead. I'm like, thanks. All right, bye.
That could have been a text.
Yeah, right?
It wouldn't have bothered me, but yeah.
But yeah, don't call while I'm doing a fucking podcast, dude. Like, it scares me. Like, high anxiety, bro.
Yeah, that could have been a text.
Yeah, like I get it, and she's like, I'm not gonna be back because she's doing something for like, I don't know how familiar you are with like Eastern Star or the Masonic Order or anything like that.
Not much.
They'll hold like conventions places and stuff.
Okay.
So she's out doing something about that. Haven't heard from her all day. Haven't really talked to her, and she just decided to text me while I'm fucking podcasting. I'm like. Or call me while I'm podcasting. I'm like, okay.
Speaking of baseball signings, the Guardians fixed their starting pitching problem today. They signed Matthew Boyd off the couch.
No Trevor again.
Yeah, I know seeing that
here.
means they weren't even thinking about Trevor Bauer, because if they would have signed somebody who wasn't in the league right now, it should have been Bauer, but instead they went with Matthew Boyd, who was never that good to begin with, and he's been out for a year. He just said Tommy John. Maybe, I think he's cheap, and maybe they'll get lucky, and he'll get some innings out of him. I don't hate it, but and I don't think they think, this is going to be the thing that saves us now. They know better, but it's fine. It's worth a shot. I'm fine.
I don't really put much faith in Cleveland management ever. So,
I do in baseball, only baseball. Though, yeah, I trust them. Usually, I trust that they think.
Don't be a Stepford wife. They've lost every single fucking game they've ever, or every single big game in a World Series, sir.
Yeah, but Ray, this current front office is, you know how hard it is to be relatively in contention every year with a small market team that doesn't spend money? It's almost fucking impossible. And they've kind of done it. So it's hard because you got to keep a team on the field that can compete while still having a farm system that is going to, feed the major leagues. And that's where you're going to get the majority of your talent. They don't. So what I was going to say is that
it's not hard at all. Just minor league management is the minor league.
It's not hard because they're the only one doing it. The Pirates aren't doing it. A lot of teams aren't doing it.
Well, the Pirates don't fish and foul.
The Tigers aren't doing it. The White Sox are. A lot of teams aren't doing it.
I would rather have the Indians front office that or the Guardians front office that you guys have, rather than fucking the Nuttings who I'd rather push into the goddamn alligator.
The Dolans they're cheap owners, but we have a great front office. That's true. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I'd rather have
talking shit about our front office, and I'll tell you that our front office is good.
But that's what I'm saying. I'd rather have shit ownership compared. I'm talking about Guardians history. I'm talking about now. It's always great in the regular season, gets you to the playoffs, and then kind of, if the team you put together falls apart. I'd rather have that than the Nuttings, who have given me nothing since 2014.
The point I'm trying to make is that they usually do not like to buy at deadlines unless And the last time they bought at a deadline was 2016, and that's when they just said, you know what, we're going to outbid everybody. We're going to get Andrew Miller. He's the guy. We're going to get him. And they don't make it to the World Series, most likely, I don't think, without Andrew Miller. He was, dude, they rode that guy to the playoffs.
Sometimes you got to open the checkbook, man.
Right. And I'm saying that this year is one of those years. They had yesterday, before they lost yesterday, they had the best record in baseball. I think they're like one game back now, but like they had the best record of the American League right now. But this is one of those years that, of course, you want to keep all your prospects, but you have a team that can win now, and you're this close, and you're gonna have a hard time in the playoffs with this rotation, and you need a right-handed bat that can platoon in right field. That's what you need to compete against the Yankees and these teams in the playoffs. You gotta do it. You don't want to do it. I get it, but this is a year you got to fucking do it, and you might have to overspend, but you got to do it because obviously this team, they are real. They are real. They're good. They might fall off a little bit, but they're good. I expect them to win the Central, absolutely. So that means you got a team that can win now. So you got to fucking go for it. You got to strike with the irons hot. You got to go now. I don't know if they may not have expected before the season started that they're going to be in this position, but they are. They're playing well, so you got to fucking go. And I mean, you have to get them starting pitching help, and you're going to have to spend for it. So fucking do it. And the last time they did that, it worked out. So they better fucking do it. Now, who are they going to get? I don't know. There's a few guys. That Garrett Crochet from the White Sox. He's the guy that would be very expensive prospect-wise, trade-wise, but they will definitely get rid of him. And he has 2 years left on his contract. He would be great, but he would take a lot. Like what I'm hearing is like the same kind of lot that the Padres got for Soto, or the Padres gave up for Soto, which was a lot. They gave up a huge, so they have to give up a lot. They have to give up probably DeLalter and I don't know, one of their other top guys. But if it's worth it, they think he's the guy. There's a couple other pitchers, Flattery from the Tigers, but he would be a one and done. He has a $14 million 1-year contract with the Tigers. So they have to play, half or probably less than half of that. And then he'd be done at the end of the year, which I'd be fine with that too. But I mean, they probably wouldn't have made the Andrew Miller trade if Andrew Miller didn't have 2 more years on his contract. So same thing when they got Brad Hand. Like they wouldn't do that. They like to get guys who have control left. And even though they're giving up a lot to get him, I think he's worth it. And he's nasty. He's going to be one of the bright spots for a really shitty team. So, and that guy, that Freddie guy who came back from Korea and has been really good for the White Sox. Take them both. Get it. I'd trade for both of them. I don't know. Whatever. Also, we do need a right-handed bat. So, although yesterday they brought up this kid, John Kinsey Noel, who I've seen play at Akron and Columbus. The biggest ass I've seen in baseball pants ever. The guy, giant fucking thighs, juicy, and a giant fucking ass.
Juicy,
big, real juicy. Juicy John Kinsey. Juicy John Kinsey, baby.
Juicy John Kinsey. If that's not his name in the locker room, everybody's doing baseball wrong.
I need to make signs. It's like Juicy John. I'm going to get that going. Juicy number 43, Juicy. But his first at bat in the major leagues, he hit a dinger.
I saw the video of the Columbus Crusher or not Columbus. What are they called?
Clippers.
That's right. The Clippers locker room watching.
Did you see the home run though?
Home run. Yeah.
Did you see the home run?
Through the TV of the Columbus.
I was going to ask, do you see that dude's thighs and ass?
I did not.
I mean, he's 6'5", 250. He's a big fella.
Dude, he's an Aaron Judge type kind of
fella. Well, Aaron Judge isn't juicy. He's just like straight up and down. This guy is fucking thick.
Still, you need a guy to balance it out. It's like dating a girl with a big ass no boobs compared to like big boobs no ass. Like you're like, I'd rather take the big.
You know what they say? You know what they say? Thick thighs, ball flies, baby. Thick thighs, ball flies.
Oh, wait, I need that for a drop.
Thick thighs, ball flies, baby.
Oh man, hold on, I gotta go back for that one. I'm gonna go 38. Let's go 38-30 to 39-30.
I can just send
a fucking
audio clip. It might be cleaner. You want it as a drop.
39-40. We'll end it right there. Yeah, I like that. That's gonna be a drop, bitch. I like it. Thick thighs, ball flies, baby. He walks up to the plate. And you're like, thick thighs, ball flies.
Yes. Oh man, I wish I would have done that in like Akron and Columbus, because then like I did last year with Tyler Freeman, right? I told him his nickname should be World T Free, and he laughed at me. He thought it was funny.
I will say I am getting way too deep into that one guy that I keep sending you, the guy that roasts the players and then is like, "You bum." That guy, I like that guy. I want him to come to Cleveland. I will buy a ticket that day to come into the fucking stadium and be like, "Hey, so and so."
What's his team?
San Francisco.
Dude, they're coming next week.
I'll check his schedule, see if I'm fucking there. I might. We're for 4th of July. I might do like a day drink.
I was actually gonna say something about that. Wednesday, I'm going to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there till Monday. We'll be back before the show Tuesday, but I plan on doing a show Tuesday. I'm probably gonna just not do Thursday because there's gonna be so many people in that house.
Just take the day off. It's fucking 4th of July.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I would do it, but like I said, there's literally gonna be 12 people in that house, or maybe 11.
Yeah,
My mom's not coming till the next day.
Yeah,
but
just take it off.
I mean, I could do it, but I'm like, it's not really that worth it. It's holiday. It's not a big deal.
Thank God.
But
dude,
then I have back-to-back family reunions.
That's fun though.
Well, I think we got to take bets. Which one am I going to get drunker at? I honestly don't know the answer right now. I don't know.
I think you'll be more in your P's and Q's at your mom's. Your dad's, you can drink a lot more bourbon.
That side of the family, you don't know them. I mean,
all right.
It really. It's gonna be follow the leader. It's gonna be like, what's my uncle doing? He wanted to do this thing. Like, how hard is he going in the paint? And then if he's going hard, I'm like, we're gonna go hard too. And you know, and my dad's might as well. I'm not gonna be driving either time. So you know, I just well, you know what's gonna be a big factor? The heat. Yeah. Both of these are going to be outside, you know.
Are you going to drink water?
I probably should. I probably should get some Pedialyte, you know, be a seasoned drinker.
Yeah, dude. And get some Excedrin. Get some fucking Excedrin.
And the food,
Excedrin,
I don't know what we're doing for food at my mom's side reunion, but my dad, they go hard. Like my dad makes chicken, and like I showed you that picture last year of him like making chicken in his like cut off work shirt when I said he looked like the phone man. The wrestler.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was funny.
But yeah, we'll be off for July 4th.
We'll be here on Tuesday though.
Tuesday for sure. Yeah,
we're leaving Wednesday. I'm riding
Saturday,
there with
in
my
Youngstown.
brother. Okay. I'm riding there with my brother and back with my mother. So thought about driving myself, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? The only thing that sucks is that I have to sit in the back seat in my brother's car, and I get motion sickness. So I hope that the highway won't be too bad, but 6 hours in the back.
How far are you from Niles?
We passed Niles on the way there, but it's probably an hour and a half.
Dude, it's an hour and a half from you?
Yeah, Niles is by Youngstown.
Fuck.
It's on off 80.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, they just opened a full rec dispensary up in Niles.
If I was driving myself, I would stop because it is on the way.
Well, have your brother stop there real quick. Go in, get a bag of edibles, pop one. Half an hour later, you'll passed out. You'll be gone for 4 hours. You'll be good.
I could ask, but there's no way. Like there's no way you can add a stop to Eric Danko's itinerary.
He's one of those.
Yeah. He makes the rules, and he has to drive, which is fine. Like I've gone just me and him before. Huh?
Offer to share.
He can't. He gets random at work, and it would ruin his life if he got caught. So yeah, it's one of those. They had a whole meeting when they legalized it. Like, you guys still can't smoke. So, although I don't think there's protections for that yet for businesses that are still so I feel like it is fightable right now.
Maybe
in the courts. I don't know if you'd win. but I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious.
Oh no.
I'm very curious.
Oh no, Tim.
I have to ask the lawyers my sister-in-law works with.
Oh no. Where did it go? Oh no, Tim.
I don't know.
Where did my VAP go?
I don't know, but I told you the story about my uncle and the marijuana, correct?
No, but hold that story.
Well, maybe I shouldn't tell you that if I haven't told you already. I thought I did.
No. Tell me off air then.
Well, no, the stuff that Bill Bendon gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just went too hard on that and regretted it. I still have most of it left. I should bring it with me. It's like, yeah, I still have it.
Yeah. Smoke beforehand.
No, I don't. That's the last thing I need, dude. I'm not looking. I mean, that kind of thing for me, seeing people I haven't seen in a long time. Dude, since the last time you saw me, I got super fat. I don't do shit. All right, I'm
you
real
just
sad.
come up like we did in the pandemic. I know.
Yes. But at least the mom side of the family, like there'll be other people who'll be like, wow, they got fat too. We got some thumpers in that family. So
I'll be right back.
all right. Raymond should be back. Apparently he lost his marijuana cigarette, and you can't have that. Cannot have that. Not with Raymond. He'd be throwing shit, and Guardians are about to start. They're in Kansas City, I believe. Let me take a look here. If anyone's paying attention, just know that we love you. Know that we love you. We'll always love you. We appreciate you. Whoa, what are these? Oh, very cool. It's just a list of Cleveland Guardians or Cleveland players to homer in their first Major League at bat. Earl Averill, and in 1929, Jay Bell in 1986, Kevin Kutzmanoff. I remember Kevin Kutzmanoff. 2006, and then John Kinsey Noel did it yesterday. Again, juicy booty. Thick thighs, ball flies, baby. Thick thighs, ball flies. Like and subscribe. Get on Facebook and check out Bro Plot on Facebook and give us a like there so we can start going there. I know we've lost people from Facebook. I know I have Facebook friends and the people in my family that pay attention to the show. They don't pay attention too much, but anytime they pop in, it's because into the chat, it's because of Facebook. And now we can't get on Facebook, but we're very close. We probably could have done it already if we remembered and worked on it. But yeah, we need last I checked, it was seven likes on Facebook. So if you have a Facebook page, we would appreciate it, even if you don't pay attention to it. We just want to stream there again, so we would appreciate it. You alone, Tim? No, T. Jones. She just popped in. Ray went to go get his, I think his vape or something. He lost something. No, Ray's here. He's just not here at the moment, but he'll be back. See, he put that up, so he's here. He's around. I'll be back in a second. But how are you, bud? How are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you for always being here. If we don't say that enough, we do appreciate it. We wish you had 100,000 more of you, but we appreciate you and everyone else that shows up. Hope you're good today, Timothy, brother. Yeah, you too, sir. You too, man. Yeah. So I was talking baseball and crazy debates about to happen in about an hour that I'm not going to watch. It's just going to make me frustrated, man. It's going to happen whether or not I watch it or not. So I'm just not going to pay attention to it right now. I don't need it. Don't need it in my life. Don't need that stress. Because I'm going to be stressed out enough for the next however many months. Hey, Johnny, what's up, brother? Ray's around. He'll be right back. He's just getting something, I think. I don't know. Hiding bodies. I don't know, whatever he does. is there halftime shows like Super Bowl on the big debates. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Can you imagine that? And they each get to pick someone. They each pick somebody to perform, and they perform with each other. So it'd be like Jay-Z and George Strait or something like that. That'd be great. Anyway, what we got? You want stress? Watch my Yankees. Yeah, listen. Hey, the Guards have a better record than the Yankees right now, winning percentage wise, but barely. They're right there at the top. But I was just talking to Ray. This is a year we don't like to do it very often, but this is a year that we have to get rid of prospects. We have to move prospects because we need to win now and we need help. If we to win in the playoffs, we had starting pitching help, number one. So we're gonna have to get rid of prospects we don't want to get rid of, but we have to. You got to strike with an iron. So I got to do it now. So the Guardians and the Yankees are probably both going to be bidding for some guys, starting pitching guys. Garrett Crochet is one. That would be the one. That seems like the prize to me at the trade deadline. Johnny, I don't know about you. They also need a right-handed bat. I think a platoon guy would be okay. They need a right-handed hitting outfielder. That's all right. That's decent. I don't think they need a giant name, although I think JD Martinez would make sense, and they don't need to play him in the outfield because they can move guys around and have someone else play right field and he can DH. But you also don't want to take him out of the lineup. So I don't. I don't know. What do you agree with, Johnny? Everything I said? Crochet? I think Crochet is definitely he's the guy. Is that how you say it? Anyway, he's the guy. He's got 2 years left of his contract, which I mean, the Guardians don't ever like to go after someone. If they're going to give up prospects, big prospects, they don't want to give up big prospects for someone they're going to have for half a season. The only time they ever did that was with when they used to be able to do the waiver trades. They can't do that anymore. They used to do that, but they had Josh Donaldson for half a season, Jay Bruce for half a season, but they don't do that anymore. But since he has 2 more years of arbitration control, I think that they are going to try. You know what? Their farm system's good. I think they can outbid anyone if they want to, but it's how bad do you want them? And I think that's the guy you got to get. That's the best available guy. I think that's the guy you got to get. I mean, the last time they did this, the Guardians giving away big prospects was 2016. And Johnny, your Yankees, right? We traded for Andrew Miller, and if we didn't have Andrew Miller in 2016, there's a very good chance we don't make the World Series. We rode that dude through the playoffs. And I know what I said, rode that dude. Yes, we did. Very much so. We needed him, and he was great. We loved him here. He was awesome. And we gave up a lot, what it seemed like a lot at the time. The big piece of that trade was Clint Frazier, which didn't pan out, right? He wasn't what people thought he'd be. We didn't want to get rid of Clint Frazier. We did, and it ended up being okay. We definitely won that trade. But I also said, like, even if Clint Frazier became a Hall of Famer, it was still a good trade for us because we needed that at the time. That's one of those things. You'd be like, oh, I can't believe they got rid of that guy. If they give up somebody this year and at the trade deadline, one of the prospects they give up ends up being an amazing, amazing player, you're like, well, at the time, you got to remember what was happening at the time. We needed it. We needed help. So you got to do that. But, yeah, Clint Frazier didn't. I think he's still in the league. I don't know where he is, but he didn't pan out. But also, it was 1 or 2 guys. It was either Bradley Zimmer, who also I think is in the league but hasn't panned out. Bradley Zimmer and Clint Frazier are our 2 biggest prospects at that time in 2016, and neither of them really panned out. Blue Jays are the shits. We just swept the Blue Jays at home. Yeah, we played good against the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are a team that are probably going to start dumping guys. Maybe they'll dump Bichette. Some people have said maybe the Guardians will go after Bichette because they're not getting a lot of production offensively from their shortstop, but he's really good defensively. I like him. I don't know. I don't think it's worth spending the money for Bichette because they don't spend money. I don't think it's worth it, especially the way he's hitting this year. If he was tearing it up this year, it'd be a little different, but he's not. He's fallen off some, and so is Vladdy Guerrero. So, and he's another guy that will probably be on the move, but I don't think it's worth it to go after him either. Hey, Raymond.
Hi. Oh, boy.
Can you take that comment off, please?
Oh.
Thank you. No, but I'm just just talking about Guardians and the trade deadline and guys that might go after. And I really hope Crochet is the guy I want. He's the guy I want.
Yeah, I don't know. We got. I'm just happy the fact we got a really good young pitcher. That's all I give a fuck about.
You have a couple of them. You just Skeens, but you also just signed Mitch Keller to a long-term deal. He's really good.
Yeah, I know.
You got Hayes for a while. You got Reynolds for a while. And they signed Cruz yet? But you got pieces, dude. You definitely have pieces. And like I said, you're gonna be in the wild now with a third wild card team, which is ridiculous, but it's there.
We're 2.5 out. I actually checked while you were
you're
talking.
gonna be, dude. There's gonna be. Soon as there's a team with a losing record in the playoffs, get rid of that playoff spot. Get rid of it.
It's gonna be the Pirates.
It could be.
It'll probably be the Pirates.
Last year, the Arizona Diamondbacks backed into the playoffs with like 89 wins, and they win it to the World Series.
Yeah, but Tim, I've told you many times on this show, almost way too many for somebody that should be doing that, man. Like, I am such a jaded Pirates fan. Will I go to games? Will I root for the team? Yes. Yes, and more. God damn it, for the love of God.
I'm telling you as a baseball fan that I understand your jadedness. I do. But I'm telling you right now, there's something to look forward to. Maybe not a world championship, but competitive teams in the next few years, for sure.
See, here's the thing, though. 2014 is now the standard. 2014 is now the standard. Can you get I just want them to get to the pennant. I don't care if they lose it. I don't care if they win it. Well, I would care if they win it. I don't care if they lose it.
The National League Championship Series?
Yeah. We'll just get to the fucking pennant. We got to the divisional series, and we lost to 2 years in a row to the World Series champions, the fucking St. Louis Cardinals in 2014, and then in 2015 we lost to the San Francisco Giants. And I want to see my team sniff, just walk up to the commissioner's trophy and go, "Oh, could have been mine."
Didn't the Royals win the World Series in 2015? Yes, it did.
I thought
yes, it did, because it was the year before the Guardians went. Because there was 3 years in a row where AL Central teams were in the World Series. It was 14, 15, and 16. 14, the Royals lost to, I believe, San Francisco. So you think at 14, it was San Francisco. And then 15, they beat the Mets, the Royals. And in 16, of course, the Guardians lost to the Chicago Cubs.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. What?
I just remember that because AL Central teams made it to the World Series 3 years in a row. That's the thing about AL Central teams. Like, they rebuild, and when they're good, they're really good. So
yeah,
and that's where I think the Guardians are now. So, which I thought it might be another year or two, but it looks like it's happening right now. But yeah, I can fix that pitching, man. Suck it up and sign Trevor Bauer.
Yeah,
Matthew Boyd,
bro. That's why if the Pirates get so
people will get over
lost
in
the weeds in the second half of the season, bring Trevor Bauer on train Skeens on how to be the best goddamn pitcher in baseball.
How to be the best asshole in the league.
He's good. Hey,
his videos are hilarious. I fucking love him.
I don't think he's an asshole though. He's just
he's an asshole for
dude.
baseball. He's an asshole for baseball.
He's just a confident dude with a really great pitch set and a very good velocity still on his fucking ball, dude.
I honestly think he's the best social media baseball player by far.
Yeah,
and
baseball, that one Asian chap.
And baseball is always about 20 years behind everything. They don't like it.
That one dude that the big fat, I think he's Korean or something like that. Can't remember his fucking name.
A big fat Korean.
He
Eric Sims. You talking about Eric Sims?
Yeah.
He's just a YouTuber. Yeah, he played Joko.
He was drafted by the Giants.
Yeah, he played minor league for a minute. Yeah, they tried him as an outfielder and a pitcher, I think. Yeah, but yeah, he's a full-time YouTuber.
From what I've seen,
he's a full-time YouTuber. They do goofy shit at Trevor Bauer's or wherever that what's it called, Driveline or whatever. They do goofy shit and it's funny to watch. You're like, oh, they're going up. They're going up against college softball pitchers. All right, I want to see this. Oh, dude. Speaking of that, I just learned it's like baseball's not that big in a lot of other countries, right? The European countries, like a lot of countries in South America aren't really into it. A couple of them are, but not that many. But apparently there's a lot of countries that they don't really play baseball, but they play men's fast pitch. And men's fast pitch is huge in a lot of countries that you wouldn't think it would be big in. And so men's fast pitch World Cups is a thing. And the distance for pitching is the same as women. So it's 43 feet. And they let men crow hop. So these dudes throw high 80s at 43 feet, which is the equivalent of about 122 miles per hour on a 50-foot 6-inch. And the ball's this. I watch videos. No chance, dude. No fucking chance. Oh my god! And then they'll throw a change up. I'm like, that's nasty as fuck. I'm like, dude, I gotta start watching men's fast pitch.
Oh god, we could do a men's fast pitch minute on the show. I think that'd be a good content driver.
Men's fast pitch minute.
Then we pull. Then we keep them for the MMA talk. That's how I want to do it.
Sure. We'll start getting men's fast pitch players on.
I'm down.
I'd be super interested in that. Pitchers especially. Shoot, I'm trying to look for this page. Man.
By the way, remind me tomorrow. I don't know how drunk you're planning on getting tonight.
Moderately, sir. Moderately.
I'm probably gonna have another 4 fucking Coors beer or Coors.
Well, I didn't say this. I got myself first time I was ever actually. I went to the liquor store. I got my bottle of Jim Beam. I went to the counter and I saw sitting there 2 bottles of Buffalo Trace. And I'm like, you know what? I'll have one of those. She's like, okay. I'm like, you know what? I don't want that. I gave her the Jim Beam. I'm like, I don't want the Jim Beam. I'm sorry. I just want the Buffalo Trace. I'm sorry I didn't see it. They're like, that's fine. But yeah, I bought 1 bottle of Buffalo Trace. This is what this is. This is Buffalo Trace. And the reason that shit isn't, it's great. But the reason that shit is impossible to keep on shelves is because
it's so damn good.
Well, not that, but it's cheap. Like there's a lot of, any liquor store, there's a lot of bourbons that are probably as good as Buffalo Trace, but they're like $50 a bottle. This was, $27. So that's why. That's why because it's a really solid bourbon and it's not that expensive. So that's why it's so expensive. That's why you can never find it. I mean, so
I dig.
I never see it there. And it was just happened to be, well, sometimes they keep it in the back. You have to ask for it, which I don't never do. But every once in a while, the cashiers will like put it up front. Like, here, we have these. And every time I see them, like I usually get the Weller, the Weller in the green bottle. That's good too. But anyway, where were we?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
I don't know, but I do want to try Buffalo Trace for sure. I like a good bourbon every once in a while. I'm more of a whiskey guy. Need a cutter because I am a bitch, but I like whiskey.
Well, that's what I'm doing right here. And listen, I paid for it. Okay, I wouldn't. If someone else had, if somebody else had Buffalo Trace, like when I have Buffalo Trace at Allen's, I drink it with on the rocks, and that's fine. I can do that. But I'm, the way I drink when we're doing the show, I usually put Coke and everything. But
yeah,
but I would never do that. I would never go out and ask for Buffalo Trace and Coke. Now Jim Beam and Coke's different because that's different. But no, I would never do that. But it's my bottle. I bought it at home. I can do whatever I want.
Hell yeah, brother.
But I found the page I was looking for, and now I'm trying to find the video. Well, you know what? I guess I don't have to find the one of the guy where it says his velocity because they all throw in the 80s. I'll send you this video.
Nice. I just saw a thing on Facebook. Somebody I know who's flying Frontier had to be.
Can you pull from
twice?
Sorry, can you pull from Instagram if I send to you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do that. It's coming on the Insta.
Well, send it to me via Facebook. That way I can pull up the window.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to do that. Hold on.
You press the arrow.
Oh yeah. Copy.
And then there's options for like Messenger.
Messenger. Got it. Found it.
Yep.
Got it. Did it.
Pretty easy.
Done. This is a couple. couple pitches just to see what I'm talking about here. The krill hop is crazy. The krill hop's crazy because actually the way they wind up, it looks like they're throwing from the other handed side because they're like the right-handed would be over here and then they do that hop and it's nuts. You can't do that in fast pitch for women.
They're loading the message right now. I need to update my Chromebook. I've just been lazy. I'll do it after the show. Oh, hi,
anyway,
baby.
What else were we talking about?
Oh, it hasn't sent yet. What? Why is it not sending? Why are you being gay, Facebook Messenger? Come on, Zuckerberg.
Because it likes other men messengers.
Son of a bitch. How dare he?
Mm-hmm.
But oh, there it is. Cool. Yay. Technology, brah. I did watch the Indians game yesterday, off and on from LVT. I was at LVT yesterday, kind of. I opened my set, probably the best opening I've
Was
ever
Alan
done.
there?
What?
Was Alan there?
No, I did not see Alan. If he was there, he did.
I don't think he was there, but he was at some bar in Lakewood, I think. I don't know which one.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, he I don't know. He just left and decided he wanted to watch the game at a bar. Hope everything's all right. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd hope he'd come and say hi to me.
I don't think he was at LVT.
This is called the World.
I don't know. Yes.
Hold on. I gotta stop it. Facebook's or Instagram's weird with their thing. All right, so I'm gonna focus on the top one because that's all I can do. I can't expand it for some reason.
Okay.
And then we'll do the second one afterwards. But so this is men's fast pitch in other countries.
Yep.
Rocks cutting corners trying to cash in. We still outside high as gas is.
That guy throws about 86, 87.
All right, we can do the other one here. Here we are.
Force you to EV. Tried to cut me out.
Oh, that change up.
My value never.
Oh,
I'ma get it on
that
the
change
back
was
end.
nasty, dude.
Kick rocks cutting corners trying to
You
cash
got
in.
guy throwing mid 80s and then he
Outside
throws
high
that
as
change
gas
up at you.
is. Watch him force you to EV. Tried to
No
cut me out,
chance.
but you
Oh,
know
my
my
gosh.
value
No
never.
shot.
I'ma get it on the back.
Nope. Stop. Yeah, that's when.
That's actually watching a bunch of those videos. One of my favorite things was seeing those nasty change-ups. Because I mean, you got to be. I mean, yeah, you got a ball coming 87 to 43 feet. Like I said, that's like the equivalent of about 122 from 60 feet, 6 inches. So you got to basically swing when it's coming out of his hand, and then he throws a change up. You're going to be 8 feet in front of it. It's. Yeah, it's nasty. I can't believe I never heard of that. And it's. I don't think it's professional. At least isn't in America. We have a national team.
Slow pitch. I only knew slow pitch.
Right. I mean, I don't even know where you would play. I never heard of any leagues anywhere. I think maybe in either Cleveland or Columbus they might have leagues. But...
Let's Google Cleveland men's fast pitch softball and be there.
Let's try to put a team together.
Oh, that would be awesome. I'd have to go to the cage though. Like, build my shoulders.
I've hard enough time with slow pitch, dude. In fact, I wouldn't get a bat at anything.
I'm nowhere near as athletic as I used to be. Like nowhere. Fuck it. You saw it. Like,
I shot hoops today for the first time in like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go well, so I can't give you too much shit. What messed me up is the only basketball I've been shooting is at my brother's house, and they have like set real low for his kids. So I'm like throwing line drives. So I'm doing that, and I'm like, I'll remember to fucking arch the ball, right? But I was watching my niece today, the younger one that will be 7 next week.
Oh, happy birthday.
4th of July. Yeah. She's American. Hard American.
So, wait. I'm trying to think now.
Think of the
numbers and if there was a holiday. 9 months was 7 minus 9.
Oh, you're being creepy?
February?
Stop being creepy.
Well, no, you never know.
7 minus, no, 75 months.
Oh, okay.
It's be like October, September, October, November, December.
Halloween party, baby.
March,
yeah.
April,
Halloween
May,
party, baby.
June, So August, maybe.
August. Okay.
Yeah,
so
nothing.
really.
Nothing really.
I'm fascinated with that because my grandma was a Christmas baby.
Well, that's why there's so many fucking Septembers. I'm in September because like 4th of New Year's.
That is true. I forget, like, yeah, if they fuck on, if somebody fucks on New Year's, it's technically they could have a.
Yeah, September. Yeah.
I feel bad for the babies that were conceived on January 11th. Then.
I thought you were gonna say January 6th. Like they were fucking in that during that too.
Probably. Oh, there was some hard.
What's fucking Pelosi's desk?
Conservative. He just put his feet up. But that's nothing.
What if somebody that would be great. Even I think
that would have been
sweet.
the greatest story in American history. Yeah. Like, fuck the British coming down from Canada to burn the OG White House. Fuck that shit. Somebody fucks on a senator's desk, you're an American icon.
Well, I don't know about icon.
You're to a
criminal.
certain. Well, no, I was about to say to a certain sect of human being that lives on the internet.
Right.
Me, you're a fucking hero. Like, my tax dollars paid for that mahogany desk. Somebody better be fucking on it. Like, it's.
You're on the internet so much that it actually surprised me that you can talk to human beings. That's actually, you're one of those hybrids. Not too many of you.
I am. Yeah, it's weird. I'm an extrovert on both fucking online and outside of fucking thing. And do you want to know what's a weird thing? You're
the Prius of creeps. What?
Kinda. I'm fuel efficient. I know how to drink and keep myself going. But
did I tell you that last time I was at the Funny Stop? Yusuf was like talking about, dude, I've never seen you drunk. He's like, I've pulled you so many drinks, and I'm like, yes, you have. He's like, you've never been like ridiculous. I'm like, no, I don't like to get ridiculous. But I'm like, what's the most you think you've served me? He's like, I don't know, 15. I'm like, I've never had 15 in one night. There's not bourbons.
He must have had a smile on his face when he fucking said that. Because him and his wife.
He's like, well, last time I cashed you out for that. I'm like, that was 3 days, dude. It was 3 days. So yeah, sick. Probably. Yeah, that's 5 a night. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I didn't tell you when I got the guest spot for Milton Wiley's Friday show.
Mm-hmm.
She pulled a Pete on me, and I love her for it. Like, to me, Nadal doing this made me feel more comfortable being there again, because she goes, "I'm going to let my son Yusuf decide." And Yusuf goes, "Don't bring me into this."
I'll be all for that. Yusuf likes me, so.
He was like, sure, yeah.
Yusuf's like, he said to me, he's like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people that come around here aren't funny, but I think you're funny. I'm like, thanks, Yusuf. But he was talking a lot of shit about, apparently the amateur night's not what it used to be, and of course it's not. And he said, like, they're all, like, entitled now. I'm like, of course. You know why? I guess Pete's not there. Pete's not taking everybody down a peg. You remember the amateur nights when he would, like...
needs to be the voice of Pete.
Remember?
And just be like, you're not funny. Why are you trying?
Sermons, especially when the amateur night was Tuesdays, he gave sermons in the bar about comedy to all the amateurs. And I wish I had him on tape. I really do. I'm very disappointed I don't. Because it was great. It was great. And now you don't have that, and that happens. And I just saw a thing about, you see that post Rob Ward put up yesterday?
No, I messaged him about it. I actually put, "Hey, brother, first things first, how are you?" Always. I put that in every message that for someone I haven't talked to in a while.
Yeah, listen, I book shows, man. I get it. People are going to come out of the woodwork, and that's okay.
But it's weird. Like, even I messaged him to be like, "Hey, is there an email to sign up for this thing?" And he was like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, okay. No, but all good. Like, like, whatever."
Yeah.
I'll show up maybe on a night just to be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
So I think it was Tommy Eckel sent me a message that says, "What's up?" And I'm like, Dude, eventually, man, but I got to figure out my schedule. He's like, how'd you know what I was talking about? I'm like, what do you think? What else would you be talking about? Like, you want to get on the show? I get it. Like, why else would you be getting hold of me? And it's not a big deal. I knew what you're talking about.
It's just those fucking people that, like, I admit. Okay,
there are fucking assholes. Like I said, but like, I think there's more now. I could be wrong.
But here's my thing. I am, as Lee Herlands once said about another comedian.
Okay. I wanted to say
I am serviceable. I can show up, do what's asked of me. Will it be funny? I don't know. It depends on the crowd. Depends on my mood.
I don't think you'll wreck a show in 5 minutes. I don't think so.
No. I couldn't.
You're also been around enough that you realize if it's not going well, to just how to get out of it enough that you're not going to ruin the show. Maybe not save your whole set, but not ruin the show. There's a difference.
Yes,
some guys will get pissed and be like, "Well, fuck you guys," and it's fucking.
I'm fucking funny. Nobody fucking gets me.
Right.
I hate that shit, dude. Like, I'm never one of those people to be like, fucking fuck them. They didn't get my brilliance, or they didn't get my jokes. Like, some crowds suck, bro. It happens. You try.
Understand that if they're not the headliner on the show, then they're just in the lineup. You know, they're just their job is to get to the. You know, they got to service the headliner, basically.
Sometimes,
I mean, you want to do your set, that's fine. But I'm saying, what I mean is, like, if you're on a show where there's like the super cleanest headliner of all time, you don't fucking do dirty shit. You don't.
No,
that's fucked up. I mean, you probably wouldn't even get a spot.
Watch
but
your
like,
language, kind of keeps some innuendo.
If you have a clean comic you're working with, do a clean set. Ish.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's one thing. But also, don't fucking derail it. And if it's not doing well, just try to not fuck it up too bad for everybody else.
But yeah, like, just do your best effort. Like, one of my favorite quotes I've ever had from a comedian was I was hosting the open the open mic night on Wednesday ahead of Terry McNeely.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be hosting that weekend. Pete gave me the whole fucking thing, and I thought I bombed during the fucking thing. And Terry, to his credit, he could have been honest. He could have, or he could have, said, "Oh yeah, it's fun," or no, he could have lied. He said, "Fucking great," but he was honest. And he looks at me and goes, "Bro, they're not here for you."
Yeah.
That put it so much, like, Terry McNeely and Mike Merck are the two guys after Bill Squire and John Bruton who kind of got me ready for comedy. To do, even if a set goes terrible and I bomb shittily, okay, I did it. Like, we fucking tried.
You got to learn how to open for people, and that is
Mike
that. As knowing that it's not, they're not there for you.
Mike Merck was the guy that really taught me how to fucking host, and if it wasn't for him,
that's the thing.
I wouldn't be able to host.
I try to tell a bunch of people, try to tell young comics, and I just gave up because they never take it well. But I'm like, you can't.
Well,
it's not about you at all. Like I always, this is the analogy I always use. I've said it before, but the traditional point guard, you're the John Stockton of that comedy show, right? Your job is to facilitate Karl Malone and the rest of the Utah Jazz, right? Now you're going to get your shot. You're going to get your chance to put your shots up, right? But if you don't have a hot hand and you're missing your shots, you got to be like, I got to make sure I can get the ball clean to the other players. You don't screw this up. Right?
Yeah.
You're a facilitator. You're not the guy, but yes, there'll be opportunity that you can score 20. Yeah, maybe. But if not, you got to know you got to facilitate everybody else, and it's not about you, it's about everybody else. So that's always the analogy. And everybody I tell this analogy to is like, that's a great analogy, because it is. I'll admit it's a great analogy. You got to be the traditional point guard.
Mike took this non-sports route and was like, you're basically the host of a party. Like, you're gonna fuck with somebody, maybe.
That too, yeah.
And it's your house, and you're doing everything, but it's the party is more important.
And you know what?
Entertainment.
Fucking hard job, dude. People be like, "Oh, you're just hosting." I'm like, dude, being a good host is fucking hard. And you get sometimes not being a good host, but especially like the hardest hosting jobs I ever did is when I did the Buzzman show, because that was a showcase when I had like a handful of comics, right? And I'm trying to keep the whole thing going for everybody. right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, that was my show. So sometimes I got to do some jokes in between because this guy just ate it, and I don't want to. I got to do something for the next person. Now at a club you can't really do that, but
at a bar show you can.
Bar shows you can. Well, I mean, the most you can do is a club is you just like what I do. I'll just like give it up for the wait staff, give it up for everybody. Just get their energy up somehow.
Yeah, you get them.
That's the best you can do. But in a show like that, like when you're doing a showcase, which is the hardest, I think, the host, because you have someone, you have to like, your job is to put the person who's going next in the best possible spot to succeed that you can do. It's not about you; it's about the next person.
That's yeah. It's
I should be teaching hosting. I should be
hosting.
I should be a host coach.
Any comedian,
maybe not comedy, but just hosting.
Let me do this. Opus clip. Make sure to get this part when I put this in you tonight. Okay. This is most important, Opus clip. Listen to me, Opus clip. Thank you. I pay you the good money to do the work. All right. Opus clip. Put this in. Hosting never is about you. Any young comedian that watches this short that I'm going to put out, it's never about you. When you open the show and you're the guy calling names, it's your job to do 3 things. Make sure, most importantly, the crowd is ready for the next guy. That's it. No matter guest spot, fucking bar show where it's just the next guy up, not anything else. Your other one, read the fucking room. If you realize this is a bombing place, do so, like Tim said, do some fucking time. Do like maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes in front to kind of get them back together with some okay material, and then bring up the next motherfucker.
Sometimes you have to go full corny hype man, and I do it all the time when I host.
Right? Yeah, you do.
And it's maybe, yeah, I do it. But like the thing is, it's not usually my act. Like that's not my act usually if I was just doing a set. But my job again is to pass the ball to the next guy. So anyway, a lot of comics would say a lot of things maybe about your comedy, but I don't think any of them will say you're wrong about what you just said. I don't think any of that. So
that's how you look at
it. Anyway, the reason we started this, and I feel like we were talking.
Don't leave a dead stage. That's
talking about
the best way I can do it.
Didn't know what we were talking about. Basically, we're talking about people being entitled.
Yeah. And there was somebody, a friend of ours, Rob Ward, who I respect and love. I do.
A lot of love and respect for Rob Ward.
I'll open up on this one. Fucking, I got caught using one of his bits while I was hosting. And haven't done it since. Felt bad. The turning on the lights thing with the big girls and everything. I don't know why I would use it, but I would. Yeah.
You have a couple things you're interact. I'm like, I've heard someone else do that before.
Really?
Yeah. What's the one?
No, you fuck. Don't.
No. I can't. If I can't give you an example, I feel like. But I've definitely heard people do the whole, hey, blink if you whatever. I've heard people do that a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I definitely hear people do. I don't remember who.
I guarantee you it's not the point of view they have about the fucking like.
It's probably no. It's man. I want to say it was Jameson or somebody. I'm not sure though.
I don't know. I started doing it just randomly.
No, because it was the thing. Like it was. I don't know. It wasn't strip clubs. I don't think, but it was like men who don't want to admit something. Yeah. It's like, hey, men, blink if you like.
I think that's a universal. Like that's.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I think that one's a universal because it's sort of like, men know that you're talking about them specifically on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think that one, if somebody has a joke after that's their own, fine. I feel like it's a universal setup kind of thing.
There was a line that I thought of after I was on stage when I was hosting for Tyler, and you were there, I think. And it pissed me off so much because I brought up the thing with the CPAP, and the woman said she has sleep apnea, and I asked her how long it took her to get used to it, and she's like 3 days. I'm like, come on, are you one of those people who can sleep through anything? She's like, yeah. And the fact that I didn't say, sir, have you taken advantage of this, pisses me off so much. Because when I get off stage, I was like, "Fuck."
That would have been a big laugh.
I know, and that I
would've
should have.
been a very
The
big
thing is,
laugh.
I should have thought of that in the moment. I'm pissed at my brain for not thinking about it in the moment.
Yeah,
But-
something like that. But like, yeah, I don't know. I felt bad
okay,
about it.
here's the thing.
I even looked at Rob and said that, where I was like, I feel bad about it to this day because I did that. Like, because I want to be better than that. I don't want to be
don't
a
be that guy.
fucking loser who does that shit.
It's one thing is like his jokes aren't funny, but he uses other people's shit. That's fucked up. You know, it's just,
yeah, for sure.
And
I because I don't like Mencia because of what I've heard of. I
Right.
heard come out of his fucking mouth. Yeah, at the
But-
funny stop, but
what's the
trying to justify
No,
your actions, you piece of shit.
the people. Oh, like I haven't gotten much of it when I'm booking shows, but if people like get on me about not booking them, dude, I'm not fucking talking to them, and I'm definitely not booking them. Like, yeah, if they're like, dude, why don't you book me? Do you not think I'm funny? Why haven't you booked me yet? I'm like, fuck off. You can fuck all
dude,
the way
like,
off.
If they're not getting, if they got accused and they're not getting better from it, that's where you just like, yeah, we cut ties. In my opinion, like that, if you keep stealing shit.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Rob said
Oh.
there was people that were getting him his DMs and then getting pissed because they haven't been booked yet. And they say things like, dude, when are you gonna get me on? Why ain't you booked me yet? Dude, do you not think I'm funny? What the hell, man? I'm like, fuck, really? Luckily, I haven't gotten
there's
any
people
of that.
like that. There's absolutely people.
Well, those people won't do Tim Danko shows. I'll tell you that much.
Good.
Yeah, dude, I don't fucking take that shit. Now, what is so getting
will I
getting a
start
hold of me a
showing
bunch
up
is
at
fun.
The funny bone, yes.
Dude, that's how I booked Nick DeLowy. He kept getting a hold of me. And he's like, dude, I'm sorry. And he was like he's being like, hey, I'm just letting you know, and he kept sending
Nick's
me stuff,
busy
and I'm
as
like,
fuck, though.
huh?
Nick's busy as fuck. Like he's
I know.
working
I know he is. But that's because he did probably what he did with me to everybody. He just kept getting a hold of people, and he was always nice about it. But he's like, hey man, I just want to remind you, I have this blah blah blah. And he wasn't a dick about it. He was nice about it. He sent me clips because I never saw him before. And I usually don't book people I've never seen before. But if they send me clips, I will. But and I'm like, yeah, I gotta get Nick down. And I did eventually, But I'm like, every time I'm like, I gotta get him on something.
Yeah, Nick's awesome.
Yeah. But he did it the right way. But he did keep getting a hold of me. He sent me like 3 or 4 messages, but it wasn't annoying. It was consistent. But the same way where they tell you to check on applications at work for a job you want, because they'd be like, this guy keeps coming in. We got to fucking give him an interview. He wants this job, right? I'm like, I got to get Nick down on this thing. So I did. Yeah. I did. So if he sent me one message, I may have forgotten. So yeah, listen, my point is that's the right way to do it. He did it the right way. And whoever's getting a hold of Rob Ward saying, dude, what the fuck is
it's fucked up, man.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I've
been hearing that a lot with some newer guys apparently. And I haven't ran into it too much, but I've been around too much to even obviously be like, no, sorry, not gonna.
And I hate
not
to
gonna
be
bother
that
with you,
generation guy, but if you're being an entitled bitch, like you aren't doing it enough.
No, if it's a generation as much as you've been around enough to be like, you ain't shit, and just be like, all of us.
I'm Dusty Rhodes with my sets, man. Like I have wined and dined with kings and queens, and I have slept in alleys and dined on pork and beans. Like
I will say that I'm not a wrestling fan, but the more clips of Dusty Rhodes I see, I'm like, this guy might have been the man. He might have been the best. He was
one of the greatest human beings ever.
This guy was fucking awesome.
I'll send you some WWF.
It was better because he was out of shape-ish. That's what the best part about it.
My honey's a little bit big. I may be out of shape, but baby, when I get in that ring, Ric Flair, you will.
Are there any guys that are funny now? Any guys that are funny anymore?
LA Knight's usually good for some chortles. Believe it or not, the one thing that's making me laugh right now in professional wrestling.
Shit, I opened the fucking floodgates. I'm sorry.
Well, no, this will be my only point about pro wrestling because I do want to talk about 303. But
I got to get another drink, but you finish this thought first.
There's this dude named Joe Hendry out of Scotland who his theme song is sung by him.
Brian Kelleher.
And it's literally, it opens with "Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry." And it's just,
That's funny.
I've never seen him wrestle, Tim. I have never seen him wrestle, but he is one of my favorite professional wrestlers because of that theme song. And it got apparently, shout out to Chris Van Vliet for, I haven't watched the interview yet, but I've seen some reels. He went to #1 in the UK with the song "I Believe in Joe Hendry."
Gosh.
That's
that's the same thing like Danhausen. I haven't seen him wrestle, but I'm like, whatever that is, I'm for it. It's fucking wacky and it's hilarious. I'm into it.
Tim, here's the thing. Before you go get your drink, I have a proposal for you.
Okay.
July 13th. It's a Saturday night. Temple Live. AIW presents Absolution 17? Jeff Jarrett.
I am aware of Jeff Jarrett.
His wife, Karen Jarrett, formerly known as Karen Angle. And
you just went wrestler to wrestler, huh? All right.
Oh, she jumped. Yeah, for real. It's actually how Jeff Jarrett lost out on his shares in TNA wrestling. Because they pulled a power play because he was fucking one of the other wrestlers' wives behind his back. Kurt was not happy about that, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
He wanted to kill Jeff.
Be weirder if he was into it. It's like the old Rick Manning, Dennis Eckersy thing.
But then the other big get is the very nice, very evil Danhausen. So Danhausen's wrestling in Cleveland.
He's gonna wrestle
2 weeks from now. Tickets are like $25. I'll buy you a ticket. I'm already taking Laura.
Maybe. Probably not. Probably not, but maybe.
I will pester you for a week.
So that might be when my niece has another tournament, and I don't know.
I mean, that does trumpet. That does trumpet.
Yeah, but that's the tournament this weekend and the next one are in Logan, Ohio, which are 2 hours. It's 2 hours from here.
Yeah,
like south of Columbus. So it sucks.
You're gonna travel for that?
I want to go see them play. I'm not going this weekend because they're going. I have to wash their dogs. I might go down Sunday though, but I'm not sure. It depends.
How about this? I'll order you because they have it on Triller TV.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Do you have no, just watch the Danhausen match, and I want to get your honest opinion of a Danhausen match.
I don't care. I don't care about any matches.
He puts
now listen, it would be fun to be there, Epcot. It'd be fun probably, but not enough for me to want to go. Really,
he's probably. I hope he does his Pee Wee Herman bit. He has a Pee Wee Herman bit where he'll get up on the apron of the ring while the guy's like wobbly on the floor, and he does tequila. He does the fucking da-da-da-da-da, and he kicks him on tequila. But everybody, instead of yelling tequila, they yell Danhausen.
Danhausen. That's funny.
I love Danhausen. Like, I watched that dude come into AIW as like a horror gimmick kind of thing, like a serious horror thing, and then he started doing the fucking what's the thing from fucking Exorcist? Pazuzu. He started doing like the Pazuzu face that he has now, and he just became this fucking lunatic Danhausen who pours teeth into people's like mouths and then kicks them, and it's technically not illegal because people have teeth in their mouth. Like there's logic to what he does, and you're just like, I love you for this.
All right, I'll be right back.
Go get your drink, and we'll talk about fights and stuff and things. Call to action, as always, at this point in the show. Usually, was when both of us are fucking getting really nicely drunk on the show. Hit the like button. Do all the stuff. Share. That is the biggest thing about this show. Is now I'm just gonna go word of mouth. Share us out. Make sure to leave a comment, do all that stuff, and get you. I really need to start doing that in the beginning of the show, to be honest with you. But yeah, just get us going, help us out, share. The campaign is kind of started, but yeah, dude, it's definitely. Yes, agreed. Somebody, a comment on a video I shared, was he'll spend the rest of his career in the D League, probably. Although I do want him to win a championship, just one with somebody, even if it's the Lakers. Like, that'd be cool. You win a championship with your dad. You really barely contribute, but you're there. Good times. Good times. I'm going to share this into the holes. I'm going to be an asshole. Yeah, we're going to be dicks for a sec. Love you, Mas. Oh, that's funny. All right, I all hailed the holes. So that's I wanted to have some fun. I love Maz. I love JBM. Both of them are amazing people. They made us want to do this podcast more because they believed in us, and we've fallen short of expectations, but we're almost there. 200, by the way. If you want to share this out, we get 200 subscribers. I will be getting on this bare arm somewhere Bro Plata logo. Probably on my underarm. Not going to lie. Because I don't want to, I got to hide that. I got to hide that, dude. I got to hide that one. Like, I'll wear this shirt all the time. If we get to 200, share us out. If you love us. And we're about to talk 303, as I posted in the Discord. All hail the MMA holes. For them, without there is no Bro Plata. Yeah, we're getting. I'm just drunk right now, but yeah, if we get 200 subscribers, somewhere on this bare arm, there will be a Bro Plata logo. 200. Put it that low on the thing. We are 15 away. Here's my thing, though. Once we hit it, it has to stay constant for a week. Viewer count means dick. We're talking subs. That's where I'm looking at right now, is the subscriptions. And 200 subs, legit subs. They can't go down after a week. I will give it a week moratorium to make sure that it is a solid 200 before I put the money down to get that tattoo. I'll do it in Vegas right before I go to the Apex for the September 7th fight.
What?
I'm thinking about doing still, Tim. I'm thinking about going to the Apex.
Is it? Did they announce the Apex? Because I try to look on the website and it's not on the website.
I'm aware, but like you would honestly think with the people that are going to be coming with, And
dude, Noche.
Ooh.
Dude, I wish you were going to Noche. I wish for you were going to
I
Noche.
wish I was going to Noche.
Man, that has to be
it's
so
only
cool.
$400. Like it was the same amount of money that we paid for at
Is
the
it
Timo.
really?
Yeah.
No, I figured it'd be double.
Yeah, no, I checked the prices. It was like $400.
That would be a literally once in a lifetime event, and that
I would
be,
absolutely have
man.
loved to have been there for that. But here's my big problem right now. Here's my big problem with Riyadh season Noche.
Yeah.
Don't like it. I don't like it. Why are you bringing Arabic/Islam shit into a day that's supposed to be Mexican Independence Day just for Mexican Independence Day? Like, why is it? It should be just UFC 306 Noche. Like, that's it.
Not getting into this one.
It makes no sense. I feel like it's kind of weird that Riyadh season would be sponsoring this. And it's just, to me, it's weird. I don't like it. I think it should just be Mexican Independence Day on its own.
Anything else about? I don't know anything about the deal or any of the workings here to have any kind of intelligent comment on it. So I don't really. But I understand.
It's just weird that all of a sudden it popped up as Riyadh season is going to be the sponsor for Noche 306. Like it's weird.
Hold on, what is that?
September.
No, Riyadh is that a company? What is it?
Riyadh season is the promotion company that puts on fights in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That's that Sheikh Ali.
Listen, they've never had they never had a sponsor card before like that, right? So it's very expensive, obviously, and they didn't want to pay it all themselves. I understand it. Now, could they have gotten the money somewhere else? Probably.
Probably.
Shit,
I would have been okay with Modelo being the official sponsor of
I told you, man.
It would have fit.
I told you. I don't know if it's worth me going off about it much, but
shit,
the fact that
oh my God, we've never. I don't think we've ever had a Tecate logo on the UFC, and we should. Even though it's not great, but Tecate, baby. For
you bring back Battle
Noche?
Motors, babe. Battle Motors, New Philadelphia, Ohio. But I don't go too nuts about it. But obviously,
it's
I've
just
made
weird
it
how it
pretty.
popped up out of nowhere.
Honestly, I'm talking about the last card in Saudi Arabia. I told you, I'm not thrilled about that, and watching
Never
it,
should
not
be.
thrilled either. No ring girls, John Gooden, who's never been the sideline reporter guy, doing it because I did see there are women there. I did see a few, the couple, but I don't know if
could you only see their eyes though?
No, I think maybe they were with the company. Now, if you watch videos, you'll see them. They're in the front couple rows. I think maybe they were working.
Probably with the company.
Yeah, they're probably working. Yeah. But the fact that I don't know. Now, I don't know if they told them, hey, don't let Megan Levy come. I don't know if they said that. Or they're just like, you know what? It'd be easier if we just didn't. But the thing is, hold on, let me finish my thought. It's just that, that I think that even if they didn't say it and you think it would be best to not, maybe you shouldn't go there. It's one thing. The culture thing is one thing, but it's not just the culture thing, is it? It's not just the culture thing, right? It's the other shit they're doing. Anyway. Hey, D-Man, what's up?
What up, D-Man? Good to see you.
The culture thing isn't the big problem, right? It's that country and those people with the money, with the things that they do to people.
I was about to say, the culture runs with the people that have the money. And the people that have the money,
the part isn't the big problem. The big problem is what those other things those people are doing, right?
Again, they run hand in hand.
Well, the culture's not good either. Culture's not good either, and the fact that they can't have booze, I wouldn't even go. But I get.
And they have to have it outside of the city limits. That's the thing. Like they really have to do it outside, like out of what Dubai and all that kind of stuff.
They're making money. They didn't need to do that show to make.
They don't need and I have the same problem with WWE going over there when they fucking do the shit that they do. But whatever. I mean,
now
and what bothers me the most
and Live Golf too. Yeah.
Well, luckily they worked it out with the Saudi Arabian government when they went over there for their first couple things,
Mm-hmm.
and they still do it with the WWE women's wrestlers, and I'm fine with the fact that
Mm-hmm.
you know what really makes me happy about seeing those women wrestle over there. It kind of liberates the women a little bit more. Like
Sure.
Because it gives them hope that they can do that instead of Habib Nurmagomedov saying fight for your husband at home. Like
Right.
it gives them hope. It gives them something to maybe go. You know what? I'm gonna fucking leave this place and go be a WWE superstar.
I would have had more respect for the UFC if they pushed for a women's fight on the card. They may not even asked.
The Ali Kali Sheikh or whatever his fucking name is, the guy that's like the game master over there, whatever the hell they call him. He said for the 30,000 stadium show that they're going to try and do for the UFC coming up, that he wants women on the card. So at least there's a little bit of change here. I don't know what those fucking outfits are going to look like. It's going to be basically rash guards on those bitches. But it's
carrying cat suits.
Yes.
It's wrapped in latex. You're gonna have the straws. The straws
it's
coming
gonna
out
look
of
like a
nose.
jiu-jitsu tournament in the fucking those women are gonna be covered from head to or neck to toe, basically.
Right. But the thing is, the problem with doing shows in Saudi Arabia is not just the culture. It is part of the problem, but it's not the only problem. There's more problems.
It's the biggest problem because it does.
Well,
you have to hide. Women have to hide their bodies, and they can't really
of course,
show anything.
But also
like that's a problem.
The atrocities that some of the, but that's the government, right? The government is not their people. I understand that too, but
I would say it's like 90% government, 10% people.
How many journalists went over? How many journalists wanted to cover that one?
Well, no, but I mean, you're always talking about like the criminal element. It's always like 10% usually. It's like 10% or below, depending on the country.
Anyway, this thing is, I didn't love it, but I thought, I'm like, well, Tim, what if they wanted you and Ray to do a live Robo Plata show? We somehow got a weird, crazy following in Saudi Arabia, and you're not getting offer from
my gaming channel.
Huh?
My gaming channel has like
really?
a 5% fucking Saudi Arabian.
Right. Well, all of a sudden we got this crazy bump, and we have like tons of followers, and they're all in Saudi Arabia, and they're like, "You need to come over and do a live show," and they're offering us this much money, and we're not getting any offers from anywhere else, and we're broke, and we're like, we have to think about this, right? But UFC is different, right? They don't have to do that, right? They're fine not doing that show.
Well, Tim, it depends. Like, are they paying us like 500,000 each? Are we talking
right. What I'm saying is,
I'm putting a price
without
right
details.
now,
I'm saying we'd.
I
said we'd
have
to
hang out.
Have to at least think about it. Morally, we would like to be able to say no, but in this situation, maybe we wouldn't be able to. If that's the only place giving us an offer, and we're broke like we are, we have to think.
And I would hope.
But my point is, that's not what the UFC is doing, right? They don't have to go there to make money.
Well, Tim, here's the thing: Dana White thinks in hours. I would hope it would only take you 10 seconds to be like, I want the money. Like, I want. Because I'd be like, dude, it's a free trip to Saudi Arabia.
I'd have some demands. I'm not going to lie. I'd have some demands.
Oh, my rider would include free rides on the Ferrari experience all day, every day, like that I'm there. Like,
I mean, listen, I don't know if you watch the show, you know, this show cannot handle not having alcohol.
Yeah, well, that would
that would have to be they'd have to look the other. They have to not check our bags.
We'd have
or something
to stay
like that.
off site.
D-Man, fantastic question. Today I'm drinking Buffalo Trace and Coke.
I have I'm going to use my stuttering John voice here. Coors. I got Coors today.
High Life. That's Miller, sorry.
That's Miller, yeah.
Coors
this is the one with the blue fucking they have like a Spotify fucking sound wave.
That's the mountain wins again. That was, remember that ad? Well, that was Bush. That was Bush, right?
Was it? I thought it was
because it went Bush. Mountains win again. I can't remember.
Keir's Light.
But yeah, I usually don't do beer. Yeah, Buffalo. Yeah, you know what? My liquor store had it when I walked in today. They usually don't. I never see it. It sells out pretty quick. I think they probably only get so many bottles a month, and it's probably the same like 8 dudes who buy it up. So
Probably.
there's a couple. I didn't ask to buy both bottles. I don't think they would have let me. Usually for those they don't let you buy more than one bottle for the ones that go quick. Excuse me. But we are planning, and by we I mean my brother, but I'm going to help him to do a raffle in August.
Good.
For to raise money for my niece's softball travel ball. A personal fundraiser. We're going to probably do. We're gonna sell. He's gonna sell 50 tickets total for $25 a piece. That's $1,225. $1,250 and ish. Or he might do 30. And to win a lot of probably like $400 worth of bourbon. So,
okay,
yeah, I think we're gonna do that because someone he knows did it, and we bought some tickets. So, and it worked out for him. So I'm like, that'd be a fun raffle. I'm like, let's do it. I'm like, I want to pick out the bourbons. So, yeah, I told him I'd go to Kentucky if he paid for me to go to Kentucky.
Yeah.
There's a bourbon that you can only get in a couple states right now. One is Kentucky. The closest liquor store that has it is about 3.5 hours away from me. It's the Field of Dreams the Field of Dreams bourbon. They make it from the the Iowa.
Dude, if you were to ever do that, I would Venmo you not only the price of alcohol, MSRP, but I would send you the fucking postage, and I would never drink it. I would keep it in this fucking closet until. I mean,
that'd be perfect for the
raffle.
Fucking
drink that.
That'd be perfect for the raffle, right?
Although
I want to buy like 3 or 4 of them. So
I was about to say I'd probably buy.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many.
So I can drink one.
Which one of you is Bro Plata? Well, it's funny, D-Man. This is a funny, interesting question. One of us is Bro Plata. The other one is Bro Plata. So there's 2 Bro Platas.
Mm-hmm.
Together we are Bro Plata.
Yes.
Usually do beers, IPA, double IPAs.
I am,
I've got less on beer and more on bourbon. I definitely still pro beer, but mostly every time I drink beer now, I just kind of wish I had bourbon. So I just kind of just giving up. Unless I'm somewhere where I can't afford to drink bourbon, like sporting events or bars. That's when I drink the booze. But
this
usually,
is what has my
it's usually the beer.
Just cheap beer. I am a fucking white trash boy.
Well, listen, at a ball game,
Tim's 1, I'm 2.
Yes, sir. Thing 1, thing 2, right here.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
man.
yes, very, very pro the cheap beer. I'm very pro craft beer as well, but I prefer.
Every once in a
now.
while, craft for me, because there's times where I'm like, oh, this didn't need bumbleberry. Like, why the fuck?
Well, usually when I go into a new brewery, I try to get their American lager or their Pilsner or something, that's kind of normal. And I'm like, this is better than this is better than Budweiser, whatever it is. Like I've done a couple times. I've gone in there and I'm like, hey, if I don't know what this is a menu, I go to the bartender and I'm like, hey, is there one you bet your life on? I say it like that. And usually they have an answer, like quick. They're like, yeah, this one. I'm like, that's the one I want. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I don't really care that much. And yep, I will say though, there are a couple flavors of beer I'm not into. Blueberry, never had a good blueberry experience.
That upsets me.
What, blueberry?
Blueberry and beer? Like that?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
I've
never been a fan. Lemon and beer's different. Like a shandy.
Shandy's okay. Like
I had a shandy at the ball game when it was hot, dude. That's fucking awesome. That's when you want a shandy, dude. When it's hot outside. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just fucking drinking like every kind of experimental thing some fucking brewery comes out with.
D-Man, I gotta get some booze because beer bloats. Well, listen, just so you know, this is all bourbon weight here. All bourbon weight. I was 160 pounds until I got on the
go because it's 0 carbs or whatever.
Sours? Oh, that's yeah, maybe. I don't
sours are. I mean,
man, I need to go. I need to get a date for late September for these guys. I need to go down that brewery down the street and get another show. So my brother told me he talked to a guy he works with who's one of the owners of another brewery in Dover, and he talked to him about comedy. And he's like, well, how much they charge? And he told him, he's like, well, we usually do this much for bands. I'm like, I can give him a show for that much, but
I don't.
And then he's like, well, how well do they do? I'm like, you might not do that. I don't know, man. I'll help you. I don't know. I don't know. He didn't seem super excited about it, so I don't know if it's gonna happen or not.
I'm not really gonna sugarcoat it, but I'm not gonna use a name right now.
Okay.
But I got a text from my mother over the weekend. Or no, it was Monday. No, was it Tuesday? It was right before the fucking. Yeah, it was Tuesday. She had a thing to go to for her actual like day job. And she texted me, do you know this hypnotist?
Is it who I'm thinking of?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And while we're podcasting, I'm thinking about this the whole fucking time, right? I'm like, how does she fucking know this guy? All this fucking shit. And she was home. So once the podcast ended, I went and talked to her. Or no, it was when I went and take a leak and got another beer. That's right. Fucking, I look at her and I'm like, or no, it was after the podcast because I took some time to detail it. But I was like, let me tell you stories. Fucking.
D-Man, great question. We'll get right to it. Hold on a second.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that in a sec. But so she's close, and the guy, one of the owners of the thing, the place she works at, was didn't really have like a hand in booking this person, I guess, and he looks at my mom and goes, next year I think we're gonna book, or next year we should book Ray. So I'm thinking about actually putting a show together for that and just selling them on it and be like, I kind of heard my mom told me what you said. To be honest, I'll do it. Here's my price, and I'll have you on there. Squire will probably headline.
Yeah. Also, I'm trying to tell people this. I mean, it's just to start posting on Facebook. You can just hire comedians. Anyone out there, you're wondering, like, how do I get a comedy? Like, if you want a comedian for your fucking barbecue, you can fucking hire a comedian. And sometimes it's not as expensive as you think. Yeah, especially if someone doesn't have a show, dude, they will come down and do their full set for a couple $100, man.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they'll cut you like, fucking deals just because it's like, all right,
you're like, oh man, I'm having like a reunion or something where we want some entertainment. You can just hire comedians. You just get a hold of them. It's not hard. You can just DM them. We're whores in the nicest way possible.
We are
we're like any independent contractor, right? The same way.
Oh, we're worse, dude. We're the coked up sales guy that won't say no. Like,
anyway, D-Man, to answer your question, we are drunken comedians from Ohio.
Yeah, we are.
Stipe, specifically Northeast Ohio, Cleveland area. Ray's closer to Cleveland than me, but
you're more like Canton. Like you're closer to
Canton, Akron, sure, but Cleveland's still the big city. It's my big city is Cleveland.
Yeah, you're part of Northeast Ohio, but although, wait a minute. How long does it take you to get the fucking
Cleveland's the shortest, but only by a little bit. Youngstown? Dude, I wouldn't count Youngstown as a big city after over Cleveland. No. Youngstown is often further away than Cleveland.
How far is Youngstown?
About the same, probably, depending on where you're going. It's an hour and a half ish, depending on where I was going.
Yeah,
he's gonna guess Ohio.
Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, he was gonna guess Ohio. I am wearing a brown shirt, so that was a good guess.
Well, I mean, you will.
I'm like, how did you know that? I'm like looking at my bobbleheads, and I got my brown shirt on.
Yeah, you got fucking brown shit out the ass, kid. I have less brown shit than you, although I'm a Steelers fan.
Yeah,
so
anyway, but no, it depends on where you're going. But most places, Cleveland, it takes an hour and a half. Youngstown, it depends on where I'm going. Sometimes it takes more. So,
like center of town. Are you south of Youngstown?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're not Northeast Ohio. Youngstown to me is like cut off of Northeast Ohio.
Wait, do you know where Youngstown is? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Youngstown is the
anything
corner.
south of that is West Virginia to me. Like,
you're not making
there's
any
no
sense to me.
civilization south of Youngstown.
All right, D man. Thanks for hanging out, man. Oh yeah, do the fucking subscribe, man. We'd appreciate it a lot, actually.
Yes, subscribe, share us out. Share if you're here and you like what we're talking about and you like, what we're hanging out with, fucking share us out. And tell people, oh my God, there's 2 drunk comedians from Northeast Ohio fucking trying to be funny online.
We're trying. Dude, Cleveland is straight up from me, right there, not there. Youngstown is northeast. So
okay, but still, to me, that's where Northeast Ohio. That's the demarcation.
Now we do have. I mean, I have the same area
code.
I have a Youngstown area code. We have the same area code as Youngstown, but
okay.
But anyway,
they what 330?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 330 to me is Akron. So.
Yeah, but it's also Youngstown. It goes all the way up there to the corner. So
Tim, I wouldn't do this unless I really had to. I have to pee.
Go pee. Any rules in the chat, man? Listen.
There's letters you can't start fucking sentences with or fucking anything unless you are that person. Like, who is it? Johnny Smith. Johnny Smith can use that. Pulse can use it.
Johnny Smith is white. You keep forgetting this.
I thought he was black.
No, he's not.
Roberto Hernandez can use the N-word.
I guess we're saying the only rules is don't use the N-word and don't.
Yeah, the N-word is the only thing you can't use. Like, you can make the most dark fucking jokes on this show, and we'll probably laugh at it if it's funny. Like, we'll pre-screen it, but if you're funny, we'll put you on screen. Like, we don't care. Just be funny here. That's all we ask. Make us love this show more.
Although I am kind of curious what you're thinking when you ask that question.
Yeah, well, that's even I thought that immediately. But I'm going to go take a leak real quick. I'll be right back.
You're right. I don't know. I like everybody to love everybody, but people talk shit to each other in chat too, and that's kind of funny. So fine with that. People talk shit to us too. That's fine. All that's good. Other than that, can't really think of anything. Ray will be back. Anyone who's here, thanks. We love you. We just fucking come on Tuesdays a week and fucking bullshit, and we'll talk fights. We get there sometimes, and a bunch of nonsense, like 70-30 nonsense to fights ratio. Probably. Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, 7 Eastern. What else? We'll be back Tuesday, and then no show on 4th of July. We're not gonna do that. .303 saved or just happening? Good question. We will get to that when Raymond comes back. Good question, though. Honestly, I feel like it feels like just happening. Like, I would be excited, and I would definitely be getting the pay-per-view if McGregor was fighting, even though I don't think he's any good anymore, but it's interesting, and then other people I know who aren't hardcore fans that want to watch Conor, so I'd probably go to someone's house to watch it, and this one I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to buy the pay-per-view, so I'm interested in the fight. It's a good fight for sure, but yeah, it's not. This is a good question, right? No, it's a good question here. Super Soft asked if 303 was saved by Pereira, Jiri too, or is it just happening? And I'm voting, unfortunately, just happening. It feels that way. Like as much as I love to hate on Conor because I don't think he's good anymore. I don't think he has anything left. It's an event, and people get excited. And I get excited because people get excited. So, but this is, I mean, it's a good fight, and it should be all right. I expect Pereira to win.
Well, that's what I was about to say. As a Conor dick rider, would I love to have seen him versus Chandler at this pay-per-view? Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely.
And I don't blame him for the fucking toe either. People are giving him shit. I don't
that toe was fucked up, dude.
However, young Conor McGregor fights through that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense for him not to do that now. But I think early in his career, he would have.
Huh? Capital Y, young. Like
right. Poor Conor McGregor would have fought.
Oh yeah, he would have been like, "Fucking tape it up, put popsicle sticks on it. I'm gonna fucking heal this thing."
I will say that I will be very surprised if he ever fights again because it keeps.
I don't expect him to.
I don't,
and I don't want him to. I like what he's doing now with his life, making really mediocre remakes of fucking Kevin Swayze movies.
Poor McGregor. Dude, none of us feel sorry for him. I just feel like if he's gonna be done, just be like, hey, I'm just not gonna fight anymore, guys.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna.
But he likes being in the spotlight, and
but he can do that other ways. He can fucking charity. He can celebrity box. He can do other shit. He can fight a Paul brother.
But Conor McGregor becomes like the 165 fucking celebrity boxing champion of the world. Like they just make a belt for him.
He can fight Chris Kirkpatrick or somebody.
Lance Bass steps up, just like, fuck you, Conor. The best shit talk ever.
Fuck you, Conor.
Literally. Your face on the canvas.
Sure. I would like a butterbean jelly roll fight. That's something I would be into.
Don't tempt me with a good time and make me want to spend money.
I just found out via a roast battle clip that Dave Herron played tennis in high school as well, which makes me want to play Dave Herron in tennis.
Message him. I'll come down and film.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
You'd both be like, fuck this.
It's like a 4-camera shoot right there.
I don't know if either of us could go a full set, let alone a whole match.
It'd probably be a 4-camera shoot. Two behind.
I don't even know if I don't think I could do a set.
2 to follow the volleys.
Anyway, Dave Herron is a comedian, very funny comedian from Northeast Ohio, who is also very fat. And that's
trying to fucking.
That's the thing too. It's like 2 fat dudes playing tennis would be kind of hilarious. Super heavyweight tennis. I had a bit about it at one point. It should be a thing. There's like no volleys. It's just like, good shot, dude. You got me. A lot of aces. Like nothing more than like 3 hits ever. No volley's been more than 3. I'm hoping MVP versus Gary delivers. Me too. Holland versus MVP was disappointing. Well, that's because that happens sometimes. It happens with Wonder Boy too, because it's such a weird puzzle to crack. That sometimes guys, no matter how prepared they think they are, once they get in there, it's such a difficult.
It breaks their brain. Yeah,
it's such a difficult fight. It's like trying to hit a knuckleball, right?
Yeah.
So it just doesn't come out the way you want it to, and it sometimes comes out a not exciting fight.
I'm kind of excited for this Ian Gary
I like the matchup.
MVP.
Yeah, I like the matchup. Listen, I'm one of the few people I think that are pro Ian Gary for some reason. So I hope he knocks him out.
I'm pro Ian Gary, but I wouldn't be pissed if MVP won. Like, good for MVP. He came on. He disorientated the shit out of Kevin Holland during their fight. Like, he fucked him up. Right. And we saw Ian Gary work hard at 285. And this is an interesting one because you do have that point karate style. How is Ian Gary going to navigate that? Will he navigate it well? And what's going to be the path to victory for Ian Gary against a point fighter like MVP?
I think a lot of guys think against him, MVP or Wonder Boy, they think, I'll just fucking charge him, go at him. And they realize very quickly that's a terrible thing to do, right? Mm-hmm. Most guys are no better than that. And it's hard. I mean, they are beatable, but it's difficult. But that's, I think they, even though stylistically it's super interesting, why they didn't put MVP and Wonder Boy together. Not saying they'll never do it, but I think there's a chance that fight might be boring as fuck. But interesting, like really interesting to watch. I think it'll be, really. It might not be exciting, but I think it'll be entertaining.
I think
if you know what you're looking at.
Karate kicked up to 17 because those guys will want to fucking take each other's heads off. I don't think they're gonna want to point them. I'm probably this fight. Let him get the win in Pride Month.
This is what he was talking about with the rules here. This is he or she they. That's what they're talking about with the rules. No, that's fine. It's funny. Probably this fight. Let him get the win in Pride Month. Now, this took place in February. I want the win. Yeah.
Pro Gary, not probably. I mean, again, I like Ian Gary. I like the way he fights. I
don't give a fuck about his personal life. I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, I don't care what he does. I don't care what him and his wife do behind fucking closed doors. Whatever you want to fucking do,
business,
homie.
Man. Only their business.
I'm on FetLife too, dog. It's all good.
Is he in Vegas?
Oh, dude, that would be so horrible. I run across Ian Gary and fucking what's her name? The fucking Machado broad.
His wife. I don't know. Machado.
His wife.
Yeah.
But I run across their couples page. I wouldn't be able to walk into the gym he trains in. I'd be like, I'm avoiding that one this week. Fuck off.
I'm here for the orgy. Yeah.
There was an event on your page that.
You'd be like Todd Phillips in Old School when he did his cameo in his old movie, when he knocks on the door and goes, I'm here for the gangbang. That would be you.
Yeah, kind of, maybe, sort of. For the story.
Also, when was the last time you watched Old School? Oh, wait, you told me you like only recently saw it for the first time.
Yeah,
okay.
Like last year.
I was going to say, like, when I saw it when it came out, I was young, right? And I watched it a certain way. I see it now, and it's completely different, right? Because I'm that age now, right? And you kind of think, like, dude,
I sounded like a pearl clutcher watching that movie.
You're my boy, Blue. Yeah, Super Soft gets it. But my uncle was saying this to me. Like, you watch the movie now, and you're like, part of you is like, I think we can pull this off. Like, it's just a drinking club. Yeah,
that's why.
However, Old School 2 need to be when they accidentally churn into a political group. And we were just a drinking club.
I would love to go to Universal and be. I've said this many times too. But like Slapshot 2 or like a remake of Slapshot, I'd have Tyler Ross in that movie, and I'd figure out who he'd play.
The movie doesn't need remade, like Bull Durham. It doesn't need remade.
No, it needs remade as what Kevin Feige's calling the Fantastic Four, a period piece. It's in the 70s. Shut your mouth. This is how they talked. Fuck off.
That's different. Yeah. But I actually have nightmares about someone saying, "Let's remake Bull Durham."
Nightmares? That'd be great.
It doesn't need to be done. Bull Durham's great. It doesn't need to be done. What would you do? You'd have like Glenn Powell in it and Sydney Sweeney, and it would suck.
John Krasinski as
he's too old.
Well, no, he plays Costner's character. He's the old guy.
He's still too old.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, you talk about the old minor leaguers like 34. 34, 35 is like.
How old's John Krasinski? Mid-40s?
Yeah, he's like 10 years too old for that character.
Yeah, but he looks young.
See, Super Soft, if you're still here, this is what happens. We go on tangents, and now we're in Bull Durham.
This is ADHD podcasting.
Right. Now we're at
Bull. We'll get to 303.
Right, ask us a question. That's how you get us back. Everyone should know that by now. Yes,
usually if you want to know something about a card, let us just comment down below. We'll fucking
But
immediately answer.
But anyway, I do get worried because I'm just thinking, I'm like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm like, who would? No,
For what?
A remake of Boulder. I hope no one's suggesting it because it's not necessary.
Again, Slapshot, I think, needs to be remade.
And that's not necessary either.
You put fucking.
Dude, you want a fucking. You want
1979. That's it. Immediate. We get away.
That's all. That's all we strive for. Super Soft. Always strive for you to be entertained. Anyway,
thank you, buddy.
Listen, you want a remake of Slapshot that they were like, you know what, fuck it. This is how things were back in the day. But you know that would never happen. What would actually happen is you would get a woke Slapshot.
That's no.
Ray, that's 99% chance
of
what would happen.
The caveat to getting it remade is I have to direct it.
I thought we were talking about that actually happen, not this ridiculous
I have
pipe
to be
dream
the
that will never
producer
happen.
and director of this movie. There's nobody that can touch this. This is my baby. If it fails, it's on me. Like, say this podcast took off and we were making like Tim Dillon money. I would immediately go to Universal and be like, I want to produce and direct this movie in the same city, in the same building.
Then why does it need redone?
Everything is the same.
It's one of your worst ideas. It doesn't need done. But I'm talking about in reality, like what happened with Longest Yard. And let's modernize this movie, right? Well, what would happen nowadays? I mean, Longest Yard, we talked about, is one of the greatest remakes of all time. But it was also a while ago, and things weren't as, the way they are now. So, my point real quick is just that in reality, I know what you're saying, like in a fantasy world, and I get that. I understand what you're saying. But I'm saying in reality, if they try to remake it, it would be garbage because it would probably be super woke.
Well,
and I'm kind of pro woke. You know that about me. But my point is, it doesn't need to be done. Is what I'm trying.
Here's the thing. What you're using compared to what I'm using is different.
I know.
Okay?
You're saying like a
you're talking about Adam Sandler, who even I think Reynolds said this about this, is he kept it to the actual, like the closest to the story of the movie you could possibly do.
That is
at the time.
Again, the best remake I've ever seen in anything.
It is. Yeah. Like
they modernized it, but kept the story structure, and were super respectful of the original. It was basically the same movie, but it was done modernized, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
great.
It is one of the. I would go to Happy Madison, to be honest with you, and go, if you could get the rights to this movie, I want to direct this. I want to use the script, and I want to make it set in 75 or whenever it was. I think it was like 75. If you could, all you need for that movie is that song, "It's All Right and It's Coming On," and it's 90% of the movie is written for you right there because it's bus scenes. Like, that movie was made on a budget compared to like a lot of movies at the time. It's one of the greatest comedies to ever exist.
Have you watched Shoresy? Because I think you'd really enjoy Shoresy.
I want to start watching Shoresy. I've seen
the third season just came out. I'm like halfway through the second one. I stopped watching, but I mean,
what's it on?
Hulu.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah. You probably no, because what you're talking about is basically Shoresy.
Yeah, but I want to do the characters, and there's one character. My silent Bob, not so silent though, would be, I would give myself the pervert character in that movie. He's got like 5 lines. I can remember all of them. I quote them constantly.
Did you see the new rebrand of the Anaheim Ducks?
Mm-hmm. Hate the orange. Love the logo.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Hate the color, but they went back close to the old school original Ducks logo. And honestly, that was one of the best logos in sports. So the fact that they got rid of it, I think is ridiculous. So the fact that they're bringing it back, I'm like, thank God. The burnt orange is kind of gross. But also, the purple and teal was great too. I think they should go back to the purple and teal.
Purple and teal was the tits. That was,
dude. I'm pretty
that
sure
was
I had
height.
when I was a kid. I had a Mighty Ducks starter jacket.
That was height Mighty Ducks, dude.
Yeah.
Like that was when they had that Disney show, that Disney cartoon too.
Cartoon. I had the action figures.
I did too. Because again, we're a hockey family, and anything I showed my dad that was hockey related, he would usually buy me.
Listen,
Hockey and pro wrestling.
Right, and I played street hockey by myself in my driveway because of the movies. It's because the movies did it.
Practice shots for hours by myself until my shoulders would hurt. Like, yeah, I love hockey. It's my sport.
Yeah, there was a hockey boom in this country because of that movie.
Yeah, well,
but
sadly,
and
it's sometimes some for the wrong.
But then they then Disney bought the team, but when they sold the team, they decided to go away from that
Disney
right away.
started the team.
Yeah, that was originally their team. Yeah.
When
they sold the team, they went from Mighty Ducks of Anaheim to Anaheim Ducks. They took the Mighty out, took the logo out, and I think it was a mistake. I think they had the greatest logo in sports.
I don't know why they didn't keep
I understand wanting to make it your own. I get that, but I think finally they're going back to the burnt orange is gross.
Yeah,
but the logo's cool.
That orange is terrible.
Yeah, there's a reason not many teams have that color.
Well, there's one
that's worse than the old Buccaneers.
Well, there's one team that orange fits, and it's in the NHL. The Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh, yeah, orange and black.
Only team in the NHL that can pull off black and
even the Browns don't fuck around with orange jerseys. They have once or twice, but it's been weird. You can see them from space, and the orange helmets, it doesn't work.
If the Flyers and Penguins aren't playing and there's not orange jerseys, I get pissed off. If it's like the white with the fucking like weird thing they got going on,
saw a documentary. I thought about documentaries because I saw the documentary about the Flyers in the 70s when they were winning those championships with being just fucking thugs. Yeah. Just menaces. That's super entertaining. But
the like heel team in fucking Slapshot is based off of the Broad Street Bullies.
Also called the Ducks, I'm pretty sure.
Huh?
I don't think they're Long Island Ducks.
No, the Bulldogs.
Wasn't there a Long Island Ducks in that movie though?
There was,
okay.
but the team was the Bulldogs.
All right. Well then, anyway.
Not Poodle.
Anyway,
that would be one of my lines.
I just watched a hockey hockey-ish documentary called "I'm Just Here for the Riot," about the 2011 Vancouver riot.
One of the most infamous moments in our sport.
So that's why you don't get a championship, Canada. You had a shot though. You came very close.
Here's the thing.
Again, Edmonton isn't on fire, so
here's the thing.
And the craziest thing is that it happened.
Wild.
It happened the last time too. Happened in '94.
Two joints can fucking attest to this.
Canucks
West
are probably
Coast
his
is
team,
a little
right?
wild, and Vancouver's a little nuts. It's a ski town. It's a weed town. I think it's a mushroom town now. But yeah, it's just wild out west, bro. That's why I like Vegas. Like Vegas is wild. You see such crazy.
Listen, people
shit.
could talk shit about Cleveland, but we haven't done that shit. Okay.
No, Cleveland burned the jersey of a guy that left. That's about
that was Chad Zumock.
But again, that's it.
That was like one or two guys in a parking lot and out front of the Harry Buffalo.
I know.
Anyway, shit, I lost it. Damn it! Every time.
Sorry, pal.
Cleveland. Oh yeah, no, a city that lost the last two times they went to the World Series. They lost Game 7 in extra innings. In 2016 and in '97 that happened, and we didn't burn the city down. So
no. Well, I mean, if it was a Super Bowl, I think
mainly because we were too emotionally upset to. I think or too sad to.
Our hearts were broken.
Yeah. No, Super Bowl? Yeah, that'd be different.
Then they traded Brian Giles, and I became a Pirates.
Listen, when the Browns are in New Orleans next year for the Super Bowl, they don't win that. Dude, speaking of baseball, the Yankees, Major League Baseball wants Yankees, Phillies, or Yankees, Dodgers so bad that I hope what they get is Guardians, Brewers. Milwaukee, Cleveland, dude.
Nope. You know the one thing that'll make it sexy. You absolutely know the one thing that'll make it sexy. And make it. Hold on, let me put it in this camera, and then I'll fucking put that back. All right. Take that off.
What?
You've been showing a lot of faith in my team lately. It would be hilarious. Guardians versus Pirates.
Oh, dude, I would love that, dude. That would be so much fun.
The Route 80 series. That's what it should be called.
So much fun.
It would be. I'd go to a couple games at PNC Park. Like
I'd try my best to get in there, and
yeah.
Listen, World Series is obviously on my bucket list, but World Series, the Guardians, going to World Series game with the Guardians, is the bucket. 2016. Unfortunately, I didn't have any money. My mother went to a game, and I told her, I'm like, I would. If someone said I will let you in this game, but you have to give me your pinky, I would seriously consider it. Especially, she went to Game 6, which at the time they had a chance to clinch. Right? They lost 7-2, but yeah. I mean, I would.
Do you remember when I kind of like teared up when we walked into PNC Park a couple of years ago?
Kinda. Listen, I get pumped every time I go to Progressive. I get it, but you are a crier.
If it was a World Series game at PNC Park,
that's fair. I would be
weeping the entire game. Going, I can't believe we're in a fucking World Series, man! Like, holy fucking, we're up 2-1. Like, this is fucking great. It would be so bad.
You've seen the video of 16 of me crying after they won the pennant.
Yeah.
That was real, and I'm 0% embarrassed by that. 0.
No, I cried in front of the girl I was seeing at the time when the Pirates beat the fucking Reds in that wild card game to go on against.
It's something to have so much invested in something you can't control. It's because when it's great, it's nice. It's cool. It's cool. I like it. I'm a fan.
I distanced myself though from the Pirates just because I'm like, oh, I love you. I have you tattooed on me forever. This will never be lasered off. And like, fucking Pirates every year just wrench me because I look at their record and I'm like,
should I get a diamond C on my ass?
Not on your ass. I think honestly, like on your wrist, may be funny.
No, I'd pretty much.
I don't want to.
I don't think I don't want to. I don't want a tattoo, really, to be honest with you. But if I did anything,
more
calf outside of my calf would be the spot. That's where the meat is. That'd be a good
some,
spot.
Like, commissioner trophies with the years on them. That way you can just look at it and be like, sad. It stopped in 48.
No. Although I think if I did anything, it would be
end of an era.
It would probably be a Guardians tattoo. I think a Guardians tattoo is the only tattoo I would do. Well,
would
or
you
Browns,
do the G with the wings though?
No.
Oh.
No, I would do a diamond C, or I wait probably till the next rebrand. Or that logo. The you have to find someone who's good to do that, but the Circle Guardians of Traffic logo that they have on the sleeve of the City Connects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Okay.
But I think Diamond C, I could trust a lot of people to not fuck up the Diamond C, But I'm not. Again, I'm not a tattoo guy. I think I would regret it right away, no matter what I got, because I have OCD, and I'd be like, "This is forever." I can't, So I'm not. I think the chances of me getting a tattoo are very slim.
That's why, like, the tattoos on my body are choices. Like,
by the way, get us some more followers, everybody. Ray says he's going to get that logo in the corner tattooed on his body.
Somewhere on this arm, probably where I can hide it by a sleeve.
Well, like, even if we quit right after you got it, that's still 4 years of your life. You know, people have their college logo tattooed on them.
Yeah. I mean, and I've said it before on this show. If Tim leaves, we'll just rebrand the name of the show, and it'll be me and Pulse when he can do it. And I'll break down
depending
the
on
card
why I left,
on my merry way.
Depending on why I left, I wouldn't you wouldn't have to rebrand unless I was mad at you. If I was pissed at you, that'd be different. But if I'm like, dude, I just don't want to do it anymore, I wouldn't tell you, dude, you should rebrand. You don't need to.
It
depends.
All right, then yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, all the time I'm like, why do we keep doing this?
Robocall.
But the thing is, it's fun. That's why. Sometimes I'll be like, today, yeah, sure. But most of the time, and usually when we're doing it, it's usually fine. Every once in a while, I'll be like, but those are the shows that last like an hour, and we're like, whatever. But most of the time, they're good. Now, Pulse, we need to talk about this. Pulse said he probably won't be able to come on Thursdays anymore, so we got to think about something on Thursdays. We get another third mic or like another guest for Thursdays.
I mean, maybe we could do guest third mics every once in a while. People that agree to be on it and want to hang out.
You know
for
what?
like
Who we
an
need to
hour
have
and a
back?
half.
Dude, what's Drew Geekus do? We haven't seen.
I saw Drew recently at some open mics. I can ask him. Yeah,
he was fun when we had him on. It's been
I'll
a
have
while.
him on whenever he can. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Still never met him in person, but he was fun when we had him on. And yeah.
If you start doing shows again, book him.
Yeah.
He's good.
I plan on it eventually, but
he's one of the only comics I share skateboard videos with every once in a while.
I'm
like, dude, check this fucking trick out. Like, that's tits.
That clip of him saying how crazy it is that Tim's the one who doesn't care about wrestling or whatever. It's funny.
Yeah, you
it's
look
funny.
like a wrestling fan.
I know I do. I'm well aware that I do. I look a lot of things that I'm not. I look like a hard stoner. I'm not.
Yeah. I was surprised about that.
I look like a guy, a regular.
Especially when I met you when you were skinny.
Huh?
When I met you and you looked like a character out of like The Critic with fucking John Lovitz.
Because I was shaking so much?
Well, no, you were thin as fuck and you had a big head. So it worked. Your body's proportionate now to your skull. So that's what I like in people.
You know, my head's not as big as I thought it was. I thought I had like
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo haircut. Almost Edna Moog. You almost had an Edna Moog fucking haircut where you're like, darling, no capes.
I actually went to a hairdresser once and said, like, I kind of like basically like the old school Justin Bieber. And that's what the haircut I had for a long time. It was like the swoop. That's
you look like the seventh Beatle. Like you.
Dude, I fucking love that haircut, dude. I love that. My hair is my favorite thing about, although, now it's starting to recede a little bit. Not that bad. Like, I feel like I'm going to keep most of it, but it's starting to get a little thin right there. It is what it is. But
I was talking to Laura earlier, fucking my girlfriend, about that, where it was like my maternal side, I think my grandfather lost his hair at like 35. This fucking thing is staying strong. Like, this bitch is here.
Yeah, I think
sure it's chemically altered, but it's fucking here.
What do you mean? What, do you dye it?
There's a shampoo you can buy.
Does it work?
That like thickens your hair and like gets follicles working again and shit. It's like a chemically treated fucking thing. It smells horrible when you use it. Fucking horrible, but it grows. Dude, if it wasn't for Nioxin, like number 5, I think it's like a gel, like a blue gel. This fucking hair wouldn't exist. Like, this hair is beautiful.
Yeah, Dave Herron was telling me about a vitamin he took that his hair grew like fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I forget what it was.
Washing with it fucking made the bitch grow.
Oh yeah, the men in my family, both sides, have the back of their head. They have it here. I mean, it recedes, but it doesn't.
Oh,
no, none of them. You wouldn't call any of them bald.
Patch?
You wouldn't call any of them bald. You would just see normal like aging receding, but you wouldn't say they were bald. My dad has his hair. My grandpa, both on my mom's side has. Yeah,
I know I'm gonna get probably widow's peak at some point.
My weird thing is weird is that it's not even. Like one side's higher than the other, and that's annoying. See, like one side, and that's annoying. But
I think I'm allergic to beer, dude. That's not good.
The what?
Yeah, because I'm getting all snotty now. Like,
allergic to wheat.
If that's the case, man, I'm gonna be sad.
I doubt it. It's probably just your body shutting down.
Shh, you don't
Although,
put that evil on me.
My doctor just told me I should drink less, but Okay.
No. It's not D you need to worry about that you need to do more. It's W. Just go for a fucking walk, dude. Like, just please.
Hey, I shot hoops today. All right, I shot some hoops today.
Yeah, and I bet that 5 minutes of your life was amazing.
It sucked, dude. I thought I was gonna blow my knee out. It's like getting a rebound, have to like stretch a little bit to get the ball.
Walk
Walking
around
sucks.
the trailer park.
Hurts.
I don't know.
No,
fucking
hurts.
Do
Walking
laps.
hurts. Walking hurts.
Sure, it hurts because your fucking gut, bro.
Nope, I'm fine. Something else. It's not the fat. It can't be the fat. It's anything but the fat.
It is the fat, kid.
It wasn't at first,
the storage units.
It wasn't.
Talk to the girl at the storage place. Man, can I just do laps around the?
Not talking to any girls, dude. I've been off dating sites for about 6 years, but I do look at the one on Facebook because I think it's just to see what's going on, and it's funny. That I'm like, dude,
I'll tell you a story.
No fucking chance. Like all the things these people like. The standards are fucking insane.
Dude, no, that's why I'm so glad I found Laura, dude. Like, for real.
I'm like, dude, not even fucking worth it. Dude.
Like, like Laura, I found one of the most low maintenance fucking women I've ever met in my life.
Because there's like three of them.
She's funny as fuck to me. Like, she's able to improv. Do you know how fun it is to fuck with somebody and then go past the funny and watch them get uncomfortable and they still love you? Like, that's the best. It's the best, dude. I'm telling you.
Good.
But, like, no, Facebook dating, the shit I used to read on Facebook dating was, like, I want a good man who makes like $100,000 a year. You're like, bitch, that is not me.
I mean, it's all just like the only thing they put on the profile is like, don't message me if, and it's this.
Yeah.
Like, how is that supposed to be attractive to anybody? And yeah, the hot ones will still get plenty of messages, but I'm like, I don't need you to ruin my life. I don't care how hot you are. I'll just jerk off and do what I want. Now, I'm depressed. How much of that depression is because I'm lonely? I'm like, honestly, I'm not gonna say
if you
none.
found the right broad, you'd fucking.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say none, but luckily I have my family around, right? Because I have my family. Look, I don't feel that lonely that often. And honestly, I think of all the time, but the last time I was in a relationship and all the negatives, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want any of that.
Believe it
and,
or
and
not,
I would have to sacrifice a lot to be in any kind of relationship. And I'm like, is it really worth it? Now, but the thing is, that's why, like I'm saying, my standards for someone are high for someone. You'd be like, why was your Tim? Your standards should be low as fuck. Beggars can't be choosers. But this is what I'm saying is, I'm not fucking begging, right? And I haven't been for many, many years. That's why I've been one of the reasons I've been single so long.
Your standards are incredibly high. You need to stop doing it.
No, but if you're like, oh,
I knew you'd get that.
You're not. You can say to me, "Look at you, dude. You're not single by choice." I'm like, listen. I mean, there's some people out there. If I could, like, I could find
you're
somebody.
somebody who is for sure single by choice. Like, I have resigned myself to the fact you're single by choice. You just
Thank you for saying that, because a lot of people don't think I am.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. Like, whatever, dude. You live your life. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah, dude,
there's so many
it's not
misconceptions
worth
about
it.
me. I don't give a fuck how somebody lives their life. If you want to live it whatever the fuck you want, that's fine, dude. I don't care.
No, listen, I also know that I'm not
needed to be in a relationship.
I also know I'm not like, looking high grade right now, and everything, and I understand that. But the thing is, I don't
get a big broad, bro.
I don't want that. Like, I don't want, unless you really, really impossibly cool. It'd be a lot of, not,
There's
but I'm just
some,
saying.
dude, I'm telling you, there's some that are chill as fuck. They don't care. They're there. They're here. They're fucking. Hey, they're there to have a good time. Like,
Anyway,
whatever.
I'm not that's why I don't go. That's why I'm not on the dating sites. That's why I don't fuck around with it, because I don't want to fuck it.
I don't blame you.
It's too stressful. And is it worth it? Not really. I mean, if it's meant to be, it will happen on its own, Raven. It will happen organically.
No. And I
that's
hope
why.
it
Yeah,
does for
it's been a
sir.
really long time. It's been.
And I want to be your
10
best
years?
man at the wedding to fucking roast you.
That's fine.
It took a woman and a
Hack.
vagina to get
Hack.
Tim out of his basement.
Hack. That's kind of funny.
She put pubic hairs at the top of the stairs to get him out of the basement, and he was like James Woods. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh,
I get
it's
it.
there.
Wouldn't be a joke. Anyway, my point is, anyone watching this will be looking like, dude, that guy's not fucking single by choice. But listen, there's plenty of people out there I could fucking date, but I don't want to.
He is a specimen, but yeah, he is single by choice.
But because of the up here, the way I am and the way I'm, I OCD and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's only certain people that I would want to even attempt to be in a relationship with, and there's not many. So I don't look, and I'm fine with that for now. So.
Again, that's why I'm glad I found the broad I did, man.
Good.
Like,
I'm happy for you.
Oh,
she seems cool.
Like, she makes me laugh hard with her fucking the way she can react to shit. I'm just like, yes, somebody who gets the shit. Like, she understands sarcasm. She understands all this shit, and
that's the thing too. Like, if someone without a sense of humor, it would 0% chance wouldn't last a second.
Like, I don't care if you have a certain sense of humor where you make me laugh. I don't care as long as you're funny about it. But like, if you just don't, and I've met people like that, and I'm like, oh, this is.
I heard a study.
Not good, dude.
I heard a study that says that 20% of women say that they are turned off when a guy is too funny. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. 1 in 5 women are fucking awful.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Like, yeah, 20%.
You want
yeah,
to
20%.
dominate the space, baby. It's okay. You can admit it. But no, sorry.
No, I think they mean. I feel like they mean like how I am, like just like goofy, always making, just the way I talk. I always making the joke. I'm not saying that's the way I talk. It isn't like I'm thinking in my head, I'm gonna make so many people laugh today. No, it's just like somebody says something. My first thought is like to play off of it, just because that's all I've always been though. That's not new. That's my whole life.
Yeah.
I've talked. This is how I talk. Like, I've heard people be like, "Why do you always try to make a joke?" I'm like, "That's just how I talk."
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah,
it's my mechanism, bro. Like, it's my
that's
social
why
fucking mechanism.
When I first met comedians, I'm like, "Fuck, I'm not the only one," because they're all like that. And they're all like that. So
me and Dan Brown are great friends. Like, he's funny as fuck, and he's a wrestling fan. Like, we bonded over the wrestling first, but like, me and him, yeah, for sure. Fucking great guy, man.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude.
But the first time I was at the Funny Stop and I met a bunch of comics and we were all just talking and everyone's just kind of like you do when you talk to comics. Everyone's making the joke always. When that was happening for the first time, I'm like, oh shit, I'm not the only one. Like, I had me and a couple of my friends were like that. But when it was just every comic I met, I'm like, okay, it's not as fucking wacky as I thought it was, right? So
Opie and Anthony taught me that skill. If it wasn't for Anthony Cumia being as quick as he was, and also guys like Patrice and Bill Burr
Catch me if you
throwing
can
in
humor.
lines.
Yeah, I used to be good at that.
Yeah, I
Getting
learned
older.
that quick as a kid. Like, just having O&A's channel on Sirius or XM on my TV made it so much easier. Like,
It's interesting because I didn't learn it from anyone.
I learned it because I wasn't great. I was a very shy kid. O&A kind of brought it out in me where it was like, because I was heavily medicated and all that shit in fucking school. So, but like O&A, for some reason, I connected with it where I'm like, this is awesome. Like, this is the reason I podcast, really. Like, the reason I attend podcasts is O&A. Like,
Bob and Tom was that for me. Bob and Tom was
Yeah.
that for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
they'd make fun of Bob and Tom. Oh, would they fucking make fun of Tom?
I get it because it's two different kinds of humor. I understand that. Like, we're the edgy, those guys are good, and they are. But it's fun. It's a fun, mainstream radio show. It's they have legitimate, really funny comics on there. But I can understand a show like Opie and Anthony being like, "Oh, we're fucking cooler than those dudes." Yeah.
I mean, again, it introduced me to comedians. Like, it introduced me to something because I've always said the day I wanted to do comedy was the day I saw the Mitch Hedberg Comedy Central Presents, the night it debuted on Comedy Central. And I went, this is the greatest. What is this? I want this. Like, I want this in my life all the time. Like,
Wait, what? Who was it?
Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, Hedberg. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, where the escalator and the donut joke.
Yeah,
and
me. It was Rock. It was Chris Rock and HBO. It was
I actually did watch bigger. What was it? Bigger and Uncut or something like that.
Bigger, Blacker, Uncut. I think
something like that.
Yeah.
I watched that with my dad and my mom. My mom tapped out. Me and my dad fucking watched that Chris Rock special the night it debuted. Yeah.
I remember just
we
seeing
had
that.
HBO at the time.
Yeah, we had HBO and I watched it, and I remember just like that's the first time I remember seeing a special like that. And just seeing what he's doing, I'm like, holy shit! Like I know I would never be able to do exactly what he's doing, right? Because he's Chris Rock, but I'm like what he's doing to that room. I'm like, that is amazing. So
do you want to know something that's not going to blow your mind but make a lot of sense in my in my style and everything? Do you want to know what my first jokes I ever heard outside of maybe like Henny Youngman or the guy that goes cha-cha-cha-cha, fucking that guy? Who's the first comedian I ever heard an album of?
Carlin? I don't know.
No, close. You're off by about 6 years, but it's for
Dennis
some reason,
Miller.
No, for some reason I pull a cassette out, and it says,
"Oh, Dice."
Dice Man coming.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you just hear Little Miss Muffin sat on a tuffet.
Yeah.
Eating her curds and whey. And you're like, what is this? What is this? Like, this is funny.
My stepdad had a Carlin album.
Okay.
On vinyl, yeah. I remember that.
Complaints and Grievances I watched in the basement of our house in Menor. That was
That's another one too. After Rock, it was Carlin. I watched a bunch because his specials were on HBO.
Yeah.
They were on cable. And also I remember watching Jamie Foxx had a comedy special on one of the movie channels, and I remember thinking it was hilarious. I think if I watched it again today, I'd be like, "This wasn't that funny." But I mean,
probably.
My point is, Jamie Foxx, a talented guy. He is. You gotta forget that he is a multi-talented guy.
And then Comic View on BET became a thing for me for a while. I don't know why. I wanted to be. I went through like. No,
Do you want to be an urban comic?
I did go through a hot minute where I was like a fucking.
What did you ask Voss at the show? You're like, you were drunk and you were like, I want to ask you something, and I'm like, oh fuck, Ray, we get.
There was a.
He was cool. He was nice about it.
No, he knew what I was talking about.
Also crazy that his youngest daughter's 16 because I worked with Bonnie. She brought her. She was like 8, 9.
I remember when she was announced on O&A.
All right. Well, I've met her.
Like that's why I like when it came to me turning 35 recently, I didn't give a fuck.
Did I tell you happy birthday enough? All right.
You did. Yeah, I appreciate you. But you don't have to say it over and over. I'm not one of those douche nozzles. But
no, I know, but because we've done stuff on my birthday before. You were already doing stuff on your birthday.
We did one on my birthday.
Yeah, we went to the Pirates
birthday.
game on your birthday, right?
No, that was the day before. It was on a Monday.
It was.
Yeah. It was the 21st. But that was a great birthday gift. Was those tickets? Those were fucking awesome tickets. I was not expecting them to be that good.
They were really
showed
good.
me. I'm like, holy fuck!
Yeah,
for $75.
I forget what we paid, but yeah, they were good.
75. It was like 75.
They were some of the better tickets I've ever had. I mean, I don't know what I've had one game I went to. The Mets were kind of the same area. I don't know
Nothing.
They're all about the close. Like 5 or 6 rows up is about the closest I've been.
Nothing will ever compare
to
the seats. Nothing compares to these seats. Like nothing compares to these seats. I am behind the Atlanta Braves dugout in 2002, 2003, right?
Okay.
Chipper Jones is still playing. Me and my dad are fucking heckling the shit, along with a bunch of other people that are paid to be behind home plate and all that shit. But we made Chipper Jones yell "fuck" because we were just like, he swung so hard and just went "fuck." Like it was so good, dude. Like we fucked with Chipper Jones that entire game. It's one of the greatest moments I've ever had at PNC Park. Our seats were dope as shit, but to be behind the Atlanta Braves dugout and fucking just rocking Chipper Jones is the best thing in my life. One of the best sports moments of my life.
So last show.
Yes, sir.
When my nieces were here, we realized that I had like a basically untouched. Well, I mean, I went through them one time. I had a whole box of 94 Topps cards, baseball cards.
Yes.
And what happened was somebody bought me a whole box when I was like a young kid, and I went through them once and put them back in the packages and put it in the box and never touched them again. So they haven't been touched for about almost 30 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like brand fucking. And then we looked up and looked up online and we saw, oh man, some of those Topps 94 cards actually have some value.
That was one of the higher performing shorts, by the way, on our YouTube channel.
Anyway,
the YouTube channel.
But so after the show, my niece and I we went through them all. We went through all of them, and we went through the list. And I pulled like the Hall of Famers out. I got a nice Pirates Tim Wakefield.
Ooh,
you want it? You can have it.
Yeah, put it in like a little sleeve. I'll keep it.
It's in a sleeve. I pulled a Carl Willis out to put that in the sleeve because this is cool. It's not worth anything, but it's cool.
Yeah.
But
it means something to you. That's all that matters.
Yeah, the list that I saw of the top, the ones that the worth of. You look at any card, and I just looked at.
We got that Nolan Ryan, yeah.
I didn't get the Nolan Ryan. That's the thing. I was hoping. Yeah, I didn't pull a Nolan Ryan. I didn't pull a Billy Wagner rookie. Yeah, I didn't pull any of the. Yeah, and she was looking through them. She's like Frank Thomas. There's a big Frank Thomas card in that, but it was a different Frank Thomas card. So a couple Barry Bonds with a different Barry Bonds. But
yeah,
I got a Tony Gwynn that might be worth like $50 maybe. And I have 2, and these are actually cool. I pulled 2 of these. And I don't know.
Doubles up?
If you look online, you can get it for like $6. Somebody has one online for $4,000, which is ridiculous. No one's gonna pay $4,000 for that. Anyway, but it's a dual top prospects coming soon card, and it's
Okay.
Ryan Kelso. Remember Ryan Kelso and Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones. Yes.
So I have 2 of those, and that's a cool
Do you know
card. Those
how
are cool.
happy I was? Tim, I'll tell you something. The birth of my child will be the first happiest day of my life, right? Second will probably be meeting the entire lineup of Flogging Molly.
Okay.
Third will probably be the day I broke Chipper Jones. Like, that will always.
I get it.
It made me, like, me and my dad. My dad turned into Ray Liotta in Goodfellas when we got him to say fuck. Like, he laughed so hard.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was, I'll never forget that shit. Where it was just like, yeah, Chipper, fuck you.
One of my favorite,
Piece of
like,
shit.
ever watching a crowd get to a player on TV, me watching on TV, is when you guys got the Cueto.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I remember dropping to my knees going, what the fuck just, we broke him. We fucking broke him. This is what Pirates baseball should fucking be, dog. Like, that's when Cueto dropped that ball. I remember, like, the girl I was seeing at the time was like, why are you, like, so into this? I'm like, you have no idea how long I've waited for this fucking atmosphere at PNC Park to be there. And fucking
think about someone new came into my life and them not understanding my sports fandom. It's the same thing with like my Tourette's and my OCD. You just need to get that you don't get it, right? Like you'll never fully understand it. And it's the same thing with sports fandom. And you don't have to get it, but just get and everybody has their thing, you know. Like you have something that you're really into that I'm like, I don't get it, but it's your thing. I get it. I get that it's your thing. But yeah, it's like that with sports fandom, and some people don't get it and think it's weird, but
yeah, I mean, again, I almost got into a fight at a B-Dubs recently, so that
gosh.
And I
please don't do that with me, because I feel like as your friend,
no,
I have to like back you up, and I'd be like,
no, I don't want to have you fight. Like you're my brother Tim, and you will always be my brother, and that will be the thing with us. And I'm pretty drunk, folks. So,
sorry, what? I'm sorry.
I said I'm pretty fucking hammered. Luckily, I can fall asleep in a recliner tonight and wake up at fucking 6:30 and be like, yes, all right. But no, yeah, but the B-Dubs thing was dumb, and even I apologized to my girlfriend about it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I almost did that. She's like, it was a B-Dub. That's expected. I'm like,
is it though?
You understand? If she's okay with it, I mean, that's fine. If she comes to me like you were a dick tonight, I'd be like, I get it. I'd change my ways for her, like without doubt. It's that rare woman where you're just like, there's something about you that I like.
Well, the fact that
it's
she
the
didn't
Taylor
leave you
Mumson thing. The Taylor Mumson thing is like women will be like, oh my God, he's so great and everything. It's like, I don't know, I don't want to hit her. Like, I love her, dude. Like, it's fucking weird, but I love her. And I she goes and she goes to stuff with me. She tolerates it at least. So at least I have that going on.
There you go.
Yeah, dude. What was I gonna say? I lost train of thought.
Let's pull this card up again. Let's try that again.
Yas King. So Ricky Simone looking. Why does Ricky Simone look so sweaty in this photo? Holy shit!
I don't know. Was he jazzercising beforehand? I don't know.
Probably. He looks like Julio Fulio.
Dude, he looks He looks like a shark from West Side Story. Look at this. Look at his hair. Yeah, he's all greased up, slick back. Yeah, dude.
He looks like he's auditioning for the new like La Bamba remake.
Maybe. Yeah.
He's gonna play Ricky Valens.
Maybe.
Richie Valens. Yeah.
Ricky Simone is always fun to watch because he goes 110 miles per hour in every single fight. So have fun, Lock Dog. Vincenzo Salavera. Okay.
I dig. Yeah, Ricky's gonna make it difficult. Probably Ricky. I don't. Wait. Who? Hold on. We can actually look this up now. Oh my god, I forgot about this. We can look up where the money is on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Oh, Joe Pfeiffer's back. That'd be good.
Joe Pfeiffer, but like the thing that really makes me happy is this fight after Ricky Simone. Or no, not this. I don't. This is the one. This one I have a special interest in.
Hernandez and
versus Ray Tashur or Rai. What's his name?
Shishuru. I don't know.
Shishuru.
Shishuru. Is it
this fight?
Is it because of that swoop?
This K-pop superstar.
You say that's what it looks like. I was gonna say that, but I'm like, he's Japanese, so I'm not gonna go K-pop because he's Japanese.
I don't care. He could be. Well, sometimes Japanese guys can go into K-pop. Maybe, who knows?
Well, they have their own pop. I'm sure. Maybe it's J-pop. I don't know.
Oh yeah, J-pop. Yeah, or no, this dude looks like he's in a J-rock band for like 2000. He went on tour with
ridiculous.
Miyave. He was like opening for Miyave back in the day, or Miyave back in the day. So gonna know. Oh, love Miyave. If I was to do an MMA fight, that would probably be my theme song, which was "Are You Ready to Rock?"
You won't because you're a pussy. Anyway,
bitch. But anyway, this fight, a man who I met and annoyed for a photo. Shinsuke Nakamura from the WWE will be accompanying Ray.
I wonder why you're
the ring.
I'm wondering. You sent me that. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't.
Yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura is a former WWE champion. Like legit. He's fought in MMA too. Back when like Japan was doing that weird MMA pro wrestling thing, and like Jushin Thunder Liger got in there and got tapped in like 45 seconds. Yeah, but yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura is gonna be with Ray here.
What's the name of the? Never mind. I had a joke, but I couldn't. I had to think of something.
I don't want him to come out to the theme. The theme's dope.
I had to do this, but I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
All right, go pee. I honestly, I do want him to come out to the Shinsuke Nakamura theme. Like, I am gonna watch that fight. I gotta take Tim off. I want him to do the Shinsuke Nakamura theme. Like, please do it. TKO owns WWE and UFC. So you can interchange now without having to worry about fucking rights fees. Do it. Fucking have him come out and just fucking doing the Shinsuke hands. It would be so fucking amazing. It would blow my fucking mind if this kid comes out like Shinsuke Nakamura from the WWE. Like, as long as he doesn't do the fucking knees thing, like, I don't want that part. Don't do that part. Do like the fucking hands and fucking all the awesome violin that's in that song. So good. So good. Waiting for Tim to come back from his piss so we can break down the rest of the card. Andre Arlovsky is coming up. We're breaking that down so you can hold that and make sure to share us out. Just share. That's all we ask. People who watch after the fact, share us out. Get us to 200. I am getting a tattoo on this arm. Somewhere on this arm. Probably in the meaty part to make it hurt. Let's do it. And I'll probably do it on my trip to Vegas. More than likely, I'm going to do it on my trip to Vegas. If we hit 200 by September, we hit 200 by Labor Day, I will do it in Vegas. And some of the money I'm saving right now, and it's why I'm poor. Like, all my money is going to this Vegas trip. All my money, basically, Tim, is going to this Vegas trip. Like, I'm excited. I'm trying to get to the Apex. If they do, if Tapology is right, that it's the Apex, I will be there. I will be there live.
I think it's easier said than done. I also don't think it's just money. Sometimes I don't know.
I mean, I'll go to Timo. I don't care about that, but like, yeah, dude, I want it at the Apex. I'll pay $500 for that shit. Let's go.
Probably more than that, to be honest with you. And honestly, I don't know if they let people buy the VIP experiences for only one person.
Who knows? I'll call them.
My guess is no. Andre Arlovski, dude, this guy just turned 62 years old. Andre Arlovski.
The man just earned his AARP card.
Yes, he did it. Cross to the Golden Buckeye division.
Woo!
He
is
okay.
3 for 2 in his last fight.
So are we? He's lost 3 in a row
right now.
Lost 3 in a row. So does that mean? Is this finally it? This may be it. This is the last one. If he doesn't win, he's done. That's enough.
On the early prelim, I mean,
he can't lose 4 in a row at 45, and
that's what I'm saying. Like,
if
he loses, it's over. Mm-hmm. Like, Dana will tell him, Andre, just go back to Chicago.
Has he said anything?
Train your fighters. What?
Has he announced if this is going to be his last fight?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me look.
I haven't heard anything, but my guess is that
the Indiana Fever, by the way, as of when I'm checking my draft. Oh, way up. Seattle is up now. 16.
Man, I can't believe how ridiculous this whole Caitlin Clark thing has been. It's been more than
insane.
And it's not her fault. She's not doing anything.
Not at all.
It's just people around. It's wow. It's so polar. It's crazy. It's silly.
Yeah.
Very silly.
Yeah, it is.
I think
it really is.
I mean, listen, it's giving attention to the WNBA, but it's just the fact that it's split people. Like, we're talking fucking politics. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, and people make it about race and everything, and you're just like, no,
people are making it about that.
This has nothing to do with anything to do with that. Calm the fuck down, bro. By the way, according to DraftKings, right now it is Andre Arlovski is a plus 220 underdog against Martin Bidet.
Yeah, he may be out of steam. We'll see.
Minus 270, 22% of the money right now is on Andre Arlovski. I would put $1 on Andre Arlovski to win.
If this is a situation where if he wins, he's going to keep fighting, then I kind of want him to lose.
Yeah,
I think he's about done, dude. It'd be nice for him to get a win and then ride out on a victory. Yeah, win out, ride out on a dub. Yeah, come on. But I think I'd be very surprised if he took another fight, unless he knocked him out in the first round, which I don't expect.
No,
I don't expect him to have another one. Dude, he's lost 3 in a row. He's 45. Yeah, dude, that's enough.
It's done.
Thank you for your service. You're the man. You're the man. You were around a lot longer than anyone expected you to be, but
for sure.
Yeah.
And he had the belt at one point. So I mean,
like 20 years ago.
Still, he had.
I know,
the
but it's just crazy how long ago it
was. What's next? What is next?
Oh,
Jillian Robertson. I expect this to just be a scrap. Jillian Robertson anytime she's on a card, I'm excited because I know I'm gonna get something out of this. Like I'm not gonna just get a boring point.
Well, this
fight
is your
between
striker versus grappling, old school, striker versus grappler matchup.
Yeah, I mean Michelle Watterson, karate hottie. Now the karate mommy.
But I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Versus just an absolute machine. Like
Jillian Robertson, the ex-girlfriend that burns down your apartment building.
Oh, there's some teddy bears in the fucking tub getting ready to burn. Like it's yeah, bro. Like that is a woman scorn at all times. For some reason, she's always mad to keep her in fucking shape.
Michelle Watterson looks like the woman who's married to a very extremely handsome man who makes $500,000 a year and still cheats on him. Mm-hmm. That's that look. Yeah, like he's a 10. That dude's a 10, but she still cheats on him.
He's just too perfect, Tim.
Yeah,
he's just too perfect.
That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah, Michelle Watterson versus. This is a dream match, to be honest with you, for me.
I just now heard about this. I wasn't paying attention.
That's why I'm like, holy
this
shit,
is a really good matchup
happening.
because, like I said, this is someone who's really technical on the feet against someone who likes to get into a brawl and make it yucky.
Man,
so I'm picking Robinson.
Watch this on ESPN Plus after work. Like this is.
I'm not
going to buy the
red
pay-per-view.
here.
I'm going to pirate the pay-per-view. But, like, yeah. I got to watch this on
I
ESPN
literally
Plus.
cannot buy it on Saturday, which I'm going to be at my brother's and be bored, so I'm going to want to watch it, but I literally can't afford it.
I'm going to any website I can possibly find.
I would love to be able to watch it on the TV, but, yeah, I can't do it. Can't pull it off. It sucks.
But, yeah, dude, this is a fight that, like, this should be on the main card. This should be on the main card. Like, this is a sleeper fight.
Have they been winning?
Real.
Have they been winning? But yeah, you're right. It is a sleeper fight.
This is a sleeper fight.
Stylistically, it's
Jillian
okay.
Robertson. Fucking
well, here, look at this. Here's another one.
Viana, but it's like
okay. Here's another one that needs a win
skid.
real bad, or else we're gonna be like, all right, that's probably enough.
But this will be a fight. Like this is gonna be.
But I'm absolutely picking Robertson.
I'm picking Jillian to win this, like for sure. TKO.
It's gonna make it yucky.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna get bloody, bro. This is one of those rare women's fights when I go, oh my God, what have you brought on us, UFC?
Yeah.
Like this
it's definitely a fun matchup.
Yeah. This is a dream match. Like I've always wanted to see these two fucking duke it out. That's nice. Way to go. All right. Boom. Waiting for my fucking shit to load.
Oh, hey, what was the shit about Jiri seeing that he wanted a clean fight from Pereira? You hear that? Like he didn't want him to do
about, like shaman and shit.
Yeah, he didn't want him to do he has like a ritual he does with like some religious ritual of some sort that he does, and he wants them to not do it.
Yeah, I've heard strange. Something about that.
Yeah, language barrier probably. It was very strange. It was weird. I know.
Well, no, I think Jiri believes in like all that shit. Like Jiri looks like a guy who believes in ghosts and goes ghost hunting.
I mean, he must if he's like, dude, we're not doing that.
Which
means in his head that he already lost, right?
I hope the braid is like 17 feet long. Like I want it to be at his ass.
It's mostly doll hair.
He's had that long ass braid.
Sure.
Fuck it. Bring it to just grow your hair out and do it that way because it looks cool. But Peyton Talbot versus Yanis.
I love that we're in a time in society where we can have black Peytons. I love that, man. People think our country's going backwards, but I look at this and I'm like, you know what, man? That is like, listen, we talk about Reggie Cleveland All-Stars. Peyton Talbot is like the ultimate Reggie Cleveland All-Star.
On that kid. Just.
I'm saying this is a compliment.
Yes. Charles Air Jordan versus Jean Silva.
Oh, this is another one that's going to be probably nasty. Both of those guys are fucking crazy people.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got to look here real quick at the height. The height here. 5'9", 5'7". All right, so it's not going to be this.
Near even what's Silva? Has he fought in the UFC? Can you go over his?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, right there.
Weston Wilson and Kevin.
The one fight in the
Vallejo.
UFC. Okay, so he's going up. He's going up in competition here with Jordan. That's why it's pick'em. Yeah, I don't have pick. I don't know. It's hard to Jordan's tough, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think Jordan's gonna win this on points. To be honest with you, I think because Jordan's coming off of I think it was this one, the Sean Woodson loss.
Sean Woodson, that was a good fight.
He was just out heighted, if I could coin a phrase. Like he was such the little man, he couldn't really do anything, and it was frustrating for him. You could tell he was frustrated. So a dude who's in his height class or height range at least, I think he'll do a lot better.
Another one of those fights like we're talking about with MVP that you can prepare for it all you want, but once you get in there, you don't know.
Yeah,
and it can just be really confusing, really difficult to get through.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the next one here. My computer is slow. I need to update it.
96 for the Packer.
Do I have concerns about a fight that just popped up on our screen? Cub Swanson versus Andre Touchy-Feely.
Cub Swanson, thank you for your service. You've done enough. Cub Swanson. I hope it isn't embarrassing. That's a good matchup. It probably won't be embarrassing. These two guys that bang hard.
Have good records for being able to fight each other.
These guys, that doesn't matter. Just
and they're going to put on a show.
Probably. It's going to be a fun matchup. Hopefully Swanson isn't too old and too sad. And I expect Feely to win, but it should be a good fight. This is two guys stylistically, swing for the hips.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be great. It's a great matchup. And Cole Swanson is about done, so this would be a great fight for him to go out on if he chooses to do so, win or loss. I think that's what guys want when they're about to end. Like even if they lose, I feel like they want to go out on their shield or at least a great fight. A fight over there, like, dude, remember that last fight? That fight was great. Not like a lay and pray victory for their last fight. It's kind of boring.
Yeah. Joe Pyfer versus Marc-Andre Barrios.
This is a great matchup.
Nice.
I feel like Pfeiffer, man, it's a good fight. But Pfeiffer coming off a loss, pissed off. Apparently punches harder than anybody recorded, apparently.
Oh, even
Ngannou. Yeah, he beat Ngannou's PSI record. And he's a middleweight.
Jacked right now.
He's a middleweight. So he's pissed off. Didn't we see Marc-Andre? We saw him fight, didn't we? Can you click on him?
Let's check.
You feel like I would remember all of these by now. 97, 85, right there. Yeah, he beat Marquez. That's right. We saw him knock out Julian Marquez.
Oh, yeah.
85. That's right. This is going to be a good fight, dude. I got Pyfer, but it's going to be a good fight. These guys, dude, it's going to be sweet. It's another really good fight. So this card really didn't need Conor McGregor. Well, any card could use him, but I mean,
yeah, I was about to say you're going to bump up at least a couple million when you're fucking putting Conor in there.
Not a couple because they don't go that high, but a few 100,000, maybe $500,000. $500,000 is probably about what it is.
This one is one that we
talked about earlier.
But Ian Gary, where is it? Which one?
That wasn't it either. That was Rodriguez? Was it Magny? Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pick'em. Yeah, it's the thing. I think Ian Gary is for real. I know not everyone does. I don't know if they actually think that.
No, Jeff Neal, he put away quickly.
How old is no, that's a split decision, Jeff Neal. Okay, so this is a 10-year age difference. Let's not pretend like that's not a thing.
Yeah.
And also, listen, I think Ian Gary's for real. I think he's going to have a hard time at first trying to figure out MVP, but I think he's going to figure it out eventually and get him. Maybe I don't know if he'll finish him, but I think he'll get the win eventually. He'll get the win. I'm picking Gary.
I got him on points. I got Gary on points. Yeah.
I'd like to see him knock him out. That'd be a big statement.
Yeah, I mean, if MVP knocks out Ian Gary, the shift in like Dana White's thinking that's gonna have to be, or how pissed off Dana White's gonna be, the fact that he fucking
well, the internet's gonna have a field day.
Oh my god, like things I can't say on YouTube.
Listen, Ray, you don't have to because I know what you're saying. I got it.
There's a lot of cuckold fucking shit probably pop up on YouTube or Facebook.
One of the main events for one of the Apex fights in July is Mandelimos and that's that Brazilian chick that looks like Ralph Schneider a little bit. That's the main event. That whole card, I'm like, man, I'm like, come on. I understand it's an Apex fight, but I'm like, dude, this card, fuck, what the. I'm not saying it won't be great. I'm not saying those people on the card aren't tough, but they did not try when they put that card together.
Oh no, they were like, all right, we just need to figure this out.
Yeah, it was weird.
Again,
nothing against the people on that card.
Sean.
Shizon's tough. I don't know. That'd be good too. I don't know.
I'm gonna pick Buena Silva on that one. Actually, I think I'm gonna bet on. I don't know what.
So this one was weird, right? Because shoot, this fight was supposed to be a completely different fight, right? Good. Hold on, let me look. Because
check that out.
I think one of them came in for somebody else.
Smith, I think, was the one that's been he's been there the whole
Guards
time.
lost
Right.
2-1. Fuck. All right.
I think it was Smith that was scheduled, but was it Jamal Hill? Was it supposed to be Jamal Hill?
Hold on.
I think it was Jamal Hill. Let's
UFC.
look. By the way, Ian Gary is actually the 155 favorite according to DraftKings right now. Michael Page is plus 130.
What the? Why is this not coming? Oh, pissing me off. You're pissing me off.
Was it Jamal Hill? Who got suspended for using fucking PEDs recently? By the way, the Macy Chasson and Buena Silva fight is a pick'em too on DraftKings. And then I have opinions on the next fight.
Hold on, this is pissing me off because
what?
Tapology used to put. Here it is. I found it. Okay, so yes, so this originally was going to be Jamal Hill and Camille Roundtree.
Oh, shit!
Oh no, yes, and then it became Jamal Hill, Carlos Umberg.
Oh yeah.
And then it became Anthony Smith, Carlos Umberg.
Yes.
And then it became Anthony Smith, Roman Talase.
Wow.
So these guys are both late replacements. But I don't know.
Hey, man.
I got the Lotse, but Anthony Smith shocked me last time, so who knows?
Yeah, I think if Anthony Smith shows up, he'll win this fight. He'll be able to knock the leads out, I think.
Oh, he hasn't knocked anybody out. Oh, wait, did he knock somebody? I don't know. This one is going to be great.
Oh man, so much potential in this guy, and he's come up short every single.
He has great nicknames for Diego Lopez that I don't remember.
He does look like he wants to see the manager a lot. Like,
oh no, he has the emo in the front, mullet in the back. Right, yeah, that was his hair. So we called him like My Chemical Boots, Scootin' Boogie, or something like that. Something like that. It was something like that. But dude, Lopez has been on the tear. I don't know what Ortega's been out for a minute, right? I don't know what he has in him, dude. Lopez has been so hot that I have a hard time not picking him. So I got Lopez.
Yeah, Rodriguez with the.
Okay, so that was recently. Okay, that was
triangle.
recently. That's right. That's right. But still, Lopez has been in such a tear, dude. I got Lopez. Although this is definitely a situation where Ortiz can pull a case y'all forgot, even though he beat Rodriguez. But
Lopez
has been so hot.
Beat Sadiq Yusuf recently in the first TKO.
Right, he's been killing people.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the thing about Ortega, man, that really just makes me sad is he's never gotten there. You know what I'm saying? He's never
very close.
He's been close. He's one of those. He's like a Dustin Poirier. Under the lights, they crumble. Like for some reason, they make a mistake. They don't trust something, and boom, they end up, co-main, sure, but like you'll never be world champion. Like you've had your chances. Sorry, pal. I got Ortega to run through him. I think it's gonna go to the ground, and Ortega's gonna bind.
Well, he does that, he will get another shot. So
yeah, if it's the first round, fuck yeah. But like, it happens. All right, and the main event of the evening, supposed to be Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, but it did not happen. Now it is the light heavyweight rematch for the championship of the world. Jiri Prochazka, Alex Pereira.
Dude, I have a hard time betting against Pereira against anybody right now. I like Jiri a lot. Jiri's nasty. He's a fucking buttsaw, but he got beat by this guy before. I don't see it changing.
Can I have you repeat something, and then I will make my point? I said something about the light heavyweight division for a while.
Dude, we already talked about this. Why do we need to bring it up again?
Because then it goes into my point.
We don't need to bring it up again.
All right, so Tim.
But if anyone listen
about the light heavyweight division,
if anyone's going to keep it, it's going to be Pereira. So
well, that's what I was about to say. The light heavyweight division in combat sports, regardless, it doesn't matter what you're doing, needs a boogeyman to make it interesting. Somebody who you want to see lose, but at the same time, every time he shocks the fuck out of you, you're like, holy fuck. And Alex Pereira is that guy. John Jones was that guy for the very longest. But Alex Pereira is the new boogeyman at 205 pounds. And I really hope this doesn't continue the parody of people losing their title at light heavyweight. I don't want it to be the cursed title. But
I mean, Pereira, it seems like if he does get beat, he'll just move to another division.
He'll go to heavyweight. Probably.
That's what he does. He loses his title at a division. He goes to a different division. He's been talking about heavyweight. And when Jones and Stipe are done, which is probably the next fight for both of them.
November?
Yeah. He'll go up and probably, and fight Tom Aspinall or somebody.
Probably. Yeah, after whoever wins it retires, it'll fucking be. So
I think they both get to retire.
I would hope.
At this point.
Glad I got to see John Jones live.
Jones can still fight, but he doesn't, come on. You're fighting or you're not. I understand he got hurt, but still.
Yeah. All right.
All right, I'm hungry. Bye, everybody.
We'll talk to you Tuesday. Enjoy UFC 303. We have been Bro Plata. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things, and we will see you at the Kumite, fam.
I have a Canadian quarter. Look at that. I can buy healthcare. I can buy healthcare in Canada with this.